Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from Mustang Field, the home of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs high school football team, the Mustangs take on the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. Tonight is also homecoming here at Laurel Highlands. Hi, everybody. I'm Tony Anola with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay, and we welcome you aboard for tonight's game. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffmeyer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with Gary Smith. I'm Tony Anola with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay, and we will be back with the lineups for both teams right after these messages.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. We're preparing right now for homecoming festivities, and we'll be right back with those homecoming festivities after these messages on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Please welcome the Mustang Marching Band, and with them also is the Mustang Alumni Band and cheerleaders.
I wasn't happy about that final score. Yeah. Thank goodness we're on North Beasley before. Yeah.
This reminder to everyone that no one is to be out on the track except the participants in tonight's homecoming festivities. The bands, the escorts, the cars, the cheerleaders, no one else is permitted. Parents, you are not to be out on the track to take pictures. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, we'd like you to direct your attention down to the track in front of the press box along the bleachers, as we're going to acknowledge at least the girls right now. We'll give them more detail when they come across the field. In our first car, we'll welcome back our 2018 homecoming queen, Miss Reagan Krofchak. Our first senior representative is Sydney Chido. Our next representative is Kaylee Gallagher. Our next representative is Hallie Green. Our next representative is Hannah Guess. Our next representative is Alexandra Harrigas. Our next representative is Jolene Mahalko. Our next representative is Ashley Over. Our next representative is Emmy Shad. Our next representative is Morgan Sherbondi. And our final representative is Cameron Simpson. And our final two cars are our senior cheerleaders.
And now, from the campus of Laurel Highlands High School, under the direction of Mark Santor and Richard McCoy, we're proud to present the award-winning Pride of Laurel Highlands, the Alumni Marching Band. The drum majors this year are Hope Purnell and Caleb Walls, along with KT Teich, Majorette Captain Caitlin Tanner, Color Guard Captain Cassidy Teich, and Co-Captain Reagan Schondelmeyer. With that, Mustang fans tap along as we perform Fight Mustangs. The LH Band would like to welcome back all alumni by playing the Laurel Highlands signature tune, Here is the Horse. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the singing of our national anthem and remain standing for the Laurel Highlands High School alma mater. The color guard tonight is comprised of cadets from the Laurel Highlands High School Air Force Junior ROTC. To honor our veterans, the cadets are also displaying a large American flag that is proudly flown over our county and was generously donated by the United Veterans of Fayette County. Singing the national anthem this evening is Elena Snyder.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Elena, and you may be seated.
And I'd like to turn it over right now to the voice of the Mustangs, Mr. Barry Rosner.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School. It is homecoming here at Laurel Highlands tonight. We're asking everyone now, if you would, to direct your attention down to the 50-yard line as we meet tonight's candidates and eventually our homecoming queen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, how about a nice round of applause as we welcome back our 2018 homecoming queen, Reagan Krofcheck. Reagan is the daughter of Barbie and Chris Kolar and Drew Krofcheck. She's being escorted this evening by Sean Sweeney, the son of Susie Flanagan and Kevin Sweeney. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our 2018 homecoming queen, Reagan Krofcheck. Welcome back home. Our first senior candidate is Sydney Chido. Sydney is the daughter of Paul and Chandra Chido. She's been escorted by Ryan Voighton, the son of Bob and Jen Voighton. Ladies and gentlemen, Sydney Chido. Our next candidate is Kaylee Gallagher. Kaylee is the daughter of Rodney Gallagher. She's being escorted by Caleb Scott, the son of Jessica and Jason Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaylee Gallagher. Our next senior candidate is Hallie Green. Hallie is the daughter of Susan Hellman and Daryl Green. She's being escorted by Joe Chisler, the son of Ann and Vince Chisler. Ladies and gentlemen, Hallie Green. Our next senior is Hannah Guess. Hannah is the daughter of Brian and Sherry Guess, being escorted by Santino Mera, the son of Alex and Colleen Mera. Ladies and gentlemen, Hannah Guess. Our next senior candidate is Alexandra Harrigas. Alexandra is the daughter of Allison and Jeff Harrigas, being escorted by Andino Vecchiola. He is the son of Todd and Tommy Vecchiola. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexandra Harrigas. Our next senior is Jolene Mahalko. Jolene is the daughter of Brenda and Mark Mahalko, being escorted by Zachary Spolin, the son of Michael and Tiffany Spolin. Ladies and gentlemen, Jolene Mahalko. Our next senior is Ashley Over. Ashley is the daughter of Leanne and David Over, being escorted by Nathan Zimkowski, the son of Francis and Francine Zimkowski. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Over. Our next senior is Emmy Shad. Emmy is the daughter of Mary Beth Angelo and James Shad. She's being escorted by Jeffrey Golombeski. He is the son of Denise and Jeff Golombeski. Ladies and gentlemen, Emmy Shad. Our next senior representative is Morgan Shabandi. Morgan is the daughter of Michelle and Todd Shabandi, being escorted by A.J. Duncan. He is the son of Adria Lee and Jim Duncan. Ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Shabandi. And our next senior representative is Cameron Simpson. Cameron is the daughter of Debbie and Quentin Simpson, being escorted by Garrett Myers, the son of Laura Myers and the late Jim Myers. Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Simpson. As we prepare for this special announcement, the homecoming crown for this year has been generously donated by Queen's Choice. That's queenschoice.com. We sell thousands of dresses in our store. We're located in Morgantown, West Virginia. That's Queen's Choice. The homecoming court wants to also thank the Laurel Valley Corvette Club for their time and generosity of driving them to tonight's event. This is the Laurel Valley Corvette Club 30th year with us here at Laurel Highlands. We would also like to thank Mr. Joe Thurby from Riverside Ford for donating a beautiful Mustang to drive last year's Queen. Crowning our Queen this evening will be our principal, Mr. Diamond, assisted by our assistant principals, Mrs. Mancini and Mr. Kalich. And now for the all-important announcement. The 2019 Laurel Highlands Homecoming Queen is Emmy Shad. Emmy is the daughter of Mary Beth Angelo and James Shad, being escorted by Jeffrey Golombeski, the son of Denise and Jeff Golombeski.
And now would you please stand for the singing of the Laurel Highlands High School alma mater by the combined chamber and alumni choirs.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network, where we just completed the homecoming festivities. The 2019 homecoming queen for Laurel Highlands is Emmy Shad. She was being escorted by Jeff Golombeski, so we'd like to congratulate Emmy on becoming the 2019 homecoming queen. We're about 12 minutes away from football action here tonight. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network right after these messages with tonight's lineups for both teams and the opening kickoff on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. Tony Anola, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay ready for the kickoff of the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions against the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Greensburg-Salem coming in with a 1-3 overall record, 1-0 in Class 4A Big 8 conference play. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs coming in at 0-4, 0-1 in conference, and still looking for the first win for their new coach, Coach Richie Colasar. We're going to go over the starting lineups here quickly for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. It'll be at wide receiver. It's going to be Keandre Cook, number 8, a 6', 165 senior. We're getting ready for the coin toss as well. I'm sorry, the captain's number 50 is Anthony Steppage. Number 66, at least that's what we see out there.
Greensburg-Salem. Number 22, Jalen Page.
Number 66 is Joey Conley. Number 2 is Tyler Christopher. And
66, Joey Conley. Number 50.
After the coin toss, Greensburg-Salem won. They're going to defer. Laurel Highlands will receive the opening kickoff. So with that in mind, we'll go over the Mustangs offense quickly. Starting at wide receiver will be number 8, Keandre Cook, a 6-foot, 165-pound senior. In the slot position is number 25, Robbie Slater, a 5'8", 145-pound senior.
Golden Lions have elected to defend
The running backs position will be Riley Bosley, number 20, a 5'9", 195-pound senior. Starting at quarterback, number 2, Tyler Christopher, 6'1", 225-pound senior. In the other slot, Rodney Gallagher, number 3, a 5'11", 150-pound freshman. On the line for the Mustangs, we'll have tight end will be number 5, Jacob Popson, a 5'9", 205-pound senior. At tackle will be number 51, Tanner Slavic, 6'3", 245-pound junior, coming back after being injured after missing last week's game against Bell Vernon. Guard Anthony Stepich, number 50, a 5'10", 240-pound senior. At center, Gary Gardner, 76, a 5'11", 270-pound junior. And at the other guard spot will be J.W. Price, number 61, a 5'11", 255-pound senior. Back to receive the kickoff for the Mustangs. Deep is number 7. That's going to be Chenille Thomas. Number 8, Keandre Cook. And on the other side, it looks like Rodney Gallagher, but can't really get a good number on that just yet.
He's been there all year on kickoff.
Right. So we're going to have
and Gallagher
kicking off.
Those captains on that coin toss were number 4, Kevin Trout, 9, Trent Patrick, 22, Jalen Page, and 26,
Wyatt Rayward to kick
Aaron
off for the Golden Lion.
Kicking off will be kicker Wyatt Raymer, number 14 for the Golden Lions. And here's the opening kick. Going to be caught on the far side by Gallagher. Here's Gallagher. Nice run back. Here's got a hole. Can he beat? Yes, he can. Only one man to beat. Makes a nice move, and he's going to run back the opening kickoff.
Wow.
Rodney Gallagher. Explosive right off the bat.
That got the homecoming crowd going.
The homecoming crowd is pumped. And actually, last week we saw Rodney Gallagher have a breakout game against Bell Vernon, a 79-yard run and an 80-yard touchdown pass. And he picks up where he left off from last week. Going to see an 85-yard touchdown return for Rodney Gallagher. Showed why he's becoming quite the football player for the Mustangs. Now we're going to have the extra point attempt by the Mustangs. It's going to be Zach Layton. Layton 5 for 7 on PAT attempts this year, and that one was blocked. So 11:44 into this game, the Mustangs strike tight early. Striking Rodney Gallagher with an 85-yard touchdown return on the opening kickoff.
Doesn't get much better than that, Tony.
No, it's fantastic. The homecoming crowd is pretty pumped up. And tell you what, we'll take a little break here, settle things down, and we'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network right after these messages.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Welcome back, where Laurel Highlands has struck early. Rodney Gallagher, an 85-yard touchdown return on the opening kickoff. The Mustangs getting set to kick back off. As we mentioned, Zach Layton, the kicker, back deep for Greensburg-Salem.
16 seconds off the clock, and the Mustangs are up.
Well, all of a sudden, we have Keandre Cook coming out of the game. He's going to have to check out. Looks like he might have a little blood on his knee, and you can see it here on his left knee. So they're going to have to tape him up. He's going to have to miss a couple plays here until they get him back and ready to go in action. Back deep for Greensburg-Salem. Looks like
Riley Bosley went in for Cook.
Okay. As we said, Zach Layton getting ready to kick off the Mustangs with a quick 6-0 lead here. 11:44 to go in the first quarter. It's going to be one of the upbacks. Looks like number 11, Cody Rubrek. He's going to have a nice return.
He fielded that well, too. Those squibs are hard to pick up.
Yes, he did. Layton kind of squibbed at his right. Looks like Rubrick able to return that ball to the 41-yard line of Greensburg-Salem. They're going to start out in pretty good offensive position. Their offensive lineup to start out, quarterback Trent Patrick, a 5'9", 235-pound senior, pretty much their dynamo on offense. He's the man to watch. Leads them in passing and obviously doing well on the rushing end as well. Here's a quick handoff on the inside to Alex Briggs. Briggs able to pick up a quick 5 yards. Briggs, 5'10", 185-pound Juder. I'm sorry, Rick, go ahead.
Good open field tackle there by Gallagher.
Yes. Gallagher came to play tonight. There's no doubt about that.
Second down and 5.
Second down, and they gave him 6. So Briggs with a 6-yard pickup. Briggs came into this game 49 carries for 246 yards, 1 touchdown. So here we go. Nope, they're going to change it. It's going to be 2nd and 5 is right. Here's Briggs again with the fake. No, it's Patrick. Keeps it himself. He's going to pick up the first down and more. Trent Patrick with the nice run. Able to pick up a quick 14 yards.
Tackled there by Burchek.
We saw Burchek in a lot of action last week, Rick. And one of the things that you had mentioned to me prior to the game being started is most of the leading tacklers for the Mustangs are in the defensive backfield, which is a pretty tough sign there if they're going to be your leading tacklers for the year. So now it's 1st and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line of the Mustangs. There's an inside handoff. That's to number 26. And that's going to be Aaron Putt. Putt, the 5'6", 170-pound senior. Coming in was actually their leading rusher last year, but has been moved to the slot position. Only carried the ball 12 times this year for 23 yards. Whereas last year, he ended up being their leading rusher with over 600 yards rushing, 631 yards to be exact. So now on 2nd and 6, another fake to Briggs. Patrick's going to keep it himself. Going to be awful close to that first down.
Short.
Yeah, it's going to be about a yard short. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Brought down short of the line.
Tackled by number 65 for the Mustangs. That's Aaron Huey, the 5'10", 230-pound senior. That's his 15th tackle of the year. This would be a big stop for the Mustangs. Already ahead 6-0 on the explosive return by Gallagher. Let's see what Patrick's going to do. Going to keep it himself and run right up the middle, easily get the first down. Actually pick up a quick 5 yards. And he's going to move the sticks for the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions.
Patrick on the carry.
Patrick pretty much controlling the offense. As we mentioned, Greensburg-Salem, not a big passing team. They've actually thrown 73 times in their first 4 games, but that was pretty much because they had been trailing in a few of those games. So we're expecting pretty much a running attack by them. Here's a backward lateral basically to Aaron Putt, and Putt's going to be able to get outside. Putt with a nice run. I think they're going to mark him out at the 17-yard line. So Putt with a 9-yard gain on first down.
Looks like it actually is about the 18. It'll be close to where the sticks are.
Okay. Still a yard short.
Ball spotted on the Laurel Highlands.
But Greensburg-Salem able to,
18-yard line.
so far, the Mustangs defense has not been able to stop them.
And that's been the big problem all year, is not being able to get their defense off the field.
Yeah, they're spending a lot of time on the field and wears them down, especially in heat like today, too. So here's Patrick, inside handoff to Briggs. Briggs able to fight through that hole, and not sure how, but able to move the sticks again for another first down. He's going to gain 7 yards on that carry.
Not by Perchik.
Now we'll check back. We're going to make it 6. They spotted the ball at the 12. So now,
At the Laurel Highlands 12
first down
10.
and 10 for the Golden Lions. And that actually was a lateral back to putt at that time, so not a completed pass by Patrick. Inside handoff now to Briggs. Briggs, as we mentioned, coming in, 49 carries, 246 yards.
Tackled there by Price.
Not by Price.
Tackled by Price, but he's going to pick up probably a good 4 yards there, so going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Down 6. Ball spotted on the Laurel Highlands.
They really haven't had any stops.
No stops whatsoever. They've been kind of able to run right up the middle against the Mustangs here so far. Here's Patrick out of the shotgun. Going to throw. He's got a wide open Ryan Thomas.
Patrick's pass
for the touchdown. Thomas, the 6'2", 200-pound senior, came in with 5 catches for 70 yards. That's going to be his 6th. And that one's going to result in a touchdown. So with 8:46 to go, the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions able to march down the field. A little over a 3-minute drive, and they're able to come in and score. And now we're going to have an extra point attempt here by
low, but it's good.
Kick is good.
Kick is up and kick is good.
6 to go in the first quarter.
So now 8:46 to go here in this first quarter. It's the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions 7, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 6. And we'll be right back with some more first quarter action here on the South Union Township Sports Network right after these messages.
Mr. Cotter, please meet.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. Laurel Highlands Mustangs, after an explosive opening kickoff return by Rodney Gallagher, now they're going to receive the ball again after the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions able to march down on an 8-play, 3-minute drive to score a 8-yard touchdown pass from Trent Patrick to Ryan Thomas and take a 7-6 lead. There's a squib kick up front. That went through the hands of number 18. That was Angelo Gotti. I'm sorry, Daniel Carney. So Carney not able to handle that, but the Mustangs going to start out in pretty good field position. It looks like the Golden Lions said, okay, guess what? We're not going to kick this ball deep to Rodney Gallagher anymore and give him a shot to run this kick back. So
you think that was on their mind?
Just a little bit. It would be for me. Because obviously, as we said, if they watched any plays from last week's game against Bell Vernon, Gallagher looked extremely fantastic.
Yeah, I think the last 2 times he touched the ball were returns for touchdown.
Yes. Okay, here's a snap. Here's Christopher on an inside handoff. That's going to be to Gallagher there. But Gallagher is going to get tackled for a loss.
Running for his life there.
Yeah, the Greensburg-Salem defense sniffed that out. So it's going to be a loss. Loss going to be about 4. Make it 2.
On the play. Second down and 12.
So now, 2nd down and 12. Here comes Christopher out of the shotgun.
But 4 wide.
4 wide, 3 to one side. It's going to draw back a little inside screen. That's going to be to Keandre Cook. Cook's going to get back past the line of scrimmage. The original line of scrimmage. Pick up about 4 yards. Maybe 5. And there's a penalty flag after the play. Looks like somebody was mouthing. And that's not good. Looks like somebody on the Mustangs, and I don't know if he tossed him or what he did, but he was given, I thought it was Keandre Cook. I could be wrong. But now all of a sudden we're going to see what these referees have to say. It's going to be a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
The penalty is unsportsmanlike conduct.
And they're going to call that after the play. So that's going to be even worse because it was 3rd and 9, but now it's going to be 3rd and 19. We're not exactly sure. Like I said, it looked like somebody was mouthing off, but we weren't sure exactly what happened. But the Mustangs got caught. Now it's going to put them in a big hole because now it's going to be 3rd and scoreboard says 24. But wow, it's not how you want to run the offense.
No, and they really need to make this 3rd down. If they don't, they put Greensburg-Salem in great field position.
Yeah, there's a screen pass on the inside. It's going to be Chanel Thomas. Thomas weaving his way in, getting some of that yardage back, but it's going to be 4th down.
Ball was on the 11.
Yeah.
He got out to the 31, 31.
Yeah,
4th down and 9.
Now get a 4th down and 9, so a 15-yard pickup. The Mustangs are going to have to punt.
Layton in the kick for Laurel Highlands.
Thanks, Brian and Soup. We're here at the Mustang Corral, and a couple explosive starts here for both teams. Rodney Gallagher took the opening kickoff, 85 yards, to put the Mustangs up 6-0. The extra point was missed. The kickoff went back to Greensburg-Salem, and they were able to put together a 59-yard drive, an 8-play, 3-minute drive, resulted in an 8-yard touchdown pass from Trent Patrick to Ryan Thomas, take the lead. So the Greensburg-Salem Lions are up 7-6 over the Mustangs. We have 7:05 to play here in this first quarter. So back to you and Soup at Freeport. And here at the South Union Township Sports Network, there's a timeout. So we're going to take a timeout. And we'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network after these messages. Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. The Mustangs, after a pretty costly 15-yard penalty of unsportsmanlike conduct, going to have to punt here on 4th and 9. Here's Layton with the kick. I'm sorry, Izzy with the kick. Get a great bounce. It's going to be Layton there kicking instead of Izzy. I'm sorry. That ball's going to be downed on the 27-yard line. Layton coming in. We saw Izzy kick last week for the Mustangs. He did do a bad job. Yeah, not real sure what the change was, but
he had a 30-yard average too.
Right, had a 30-yard average, and actually hit a couple nice punts last week that we saw, but not real sure why Layton was in here today. But normally the normal punter is he not punting tonight for the Mustangs, but Layton with a nice kick and a nice job. So now 7:05 to go. There's Patrick out of the shotgun. Again, another inside handoff to Briggs.
Briggs on the carry.
Briggs able to pick up about 3 yards. Make it a 2nd and 7. Tackle there. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
The Mustangs have not been able to get pressure on or turnovers. So they have a couple interceptions, but they have 1 sack for the year. They're really not getting any pressure on the quarterback that would cause the plays to break down or to get turnovers or that sort of thing.
Right.
That would be the key, is to get pressure on the quarterback.
We've pretty much seen, I mean, he's just kind of inside handoffing. There's another inside handoff to Putt. Putt able to break through the line.
Putt on the carry.
Pick up a quick 19 yards on that carry. He was tackled there by number 20, Riley Bosley. That's going to be another first down on the 49-yard line. So Putt seeing a little more touches than we kind of expected, Brick. He only came in carrying the ball 12 times, and I know we talked about that a little before the game started. You had mentioned that he was their back last year and just hasn't seen much action this year. There's a snap again. Patrick, another handoff to Briggs.
Good stop there by the line.
It was a good little penetration there. Looked like
got 2 yards on that.
Yep, 2-yard carry. Nice stop there.
Briggs 14 yards on 4 carries.
Second down and 8.
So 2nd and 8 now.
Greensburg-Salem
on a running clock, 5:50 to go here in this first quarter. Lone back, Briggs. Here's Patrick out of the shotgun. He's looking to pass. Little fake. He's got Putt down the side. Great pass. And Putt able to take that ball from the 46-yard line all the way down to the Mustang 5. So a 49-yard gain.
On the near side.
And Putt,
by Cook.
That was a perfectly thrown pass by Trent Patrick, just over the outstretched arms of Sunil Thomas. He had fantastic coverage on him there, Rick, but Putt just able to beat him by 1 step, and Patrick put that ball exactly where he needed to put it.
49-yard reception there.
49-yard reception, and another first down for Greensburg-Salem, and puts them at 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line. They can get in another first down and not have to score, so here's Putt in motion, inside handoff. No, Patrick fakes, is going to take himself one man to beat, and he's in. Trent Patrick picking up his 4th touchdown of the year, and now giving Greensburg-Salem the lead, 13-6. Pretty nice fake there by Patrick. Fake the inside handoff to Aaron Putt, who's coming across the center line.
Their line did a nice job opening up the hole, and we talk about if your defensive backs are making all your tackles, it's going to be a problem.
Right. Here's the extra point attempt. This is going to be Wyatt Raymer.
Looks like it's blocked.
And that one was blocked. So
with 5 minutes and
5:30 to go after the Trent Patrick 11-yard touchdown run. The Greensburg-Salem Lions lead the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 13-6. And we'll be right back after these messages on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. Tony Anola, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay bringing you action. Pretty good game here so far. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs took the opening kickoff, 85 yards. Rodney Gallagher able to run it back for an opening score for the Mustangs. But since then, Greensburg-Salem's been able to answer and then come back again after stopping the Mustangs on their 2nd drive of the night.
That pass by Patrick to Putt, that was just dropped in a garbage can, right? That was a beautiful pass. You can tell Patrick is a veteran quarterback.
Yep, perfect. And here's a little squib kick. Going to be one of the upbacks. Can't really tell who that was. Is that number 22? Looked like. Now let's see. It's not number 22. It's number 25. That's going to be Robbie Slater. So Robbie Slater back in action after missing last week's game against Bell Vernon. So Slater with the kick able to return that to the 28-yard line of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. So the Mustangs going to take over.
He's a key veteran player.
He is key veteran player, and we mentioned an all-purpose man as well. So here's Sunil Thomas on the run.
Thomas on the kick.
Trying to go left and can't get outside. Thomas with a 1-yard loss.
Stop by McCoy.
2nd and 11.
Gain on the play. 2nd down and
the Mustangs trying to find something on offense. As we mentioned, their opening score, a brilliant 85-yard return by Rodney Gallagher, but just can't seem to get anything going on offense right now. Here's Christopher. Tries to look at Burchek.
Christopher's pass intended for Burchek too high.
A little too high, yeah.
It looks to me like they're giving him a little bit more time. He hasn't had time the first 4 games.
Yeah, you're right.
He's thrown off his back foot and backpedaling before.
Yeah, that pass right there was just a little high over Burchek's reach, but now on 3rd and 10, he's going to throw outside to Keandre Cook. Cook with the catch, but fantastic coverage there by the Greensburg-Salem Lions. That's number 21. That's going to be Alexander Briggs coming in to make the hit. And Cook going to be short. The Mustang's going to line up 4th down and 5.
Timeout by
We're going to have a quick timeout. Coach Dave Kiefer going to come up and make a quick timeout call. So we'll take a timeout as well here on the South Union Township Sports Network. And we'll be right back with the 4th down play after these messages.
The Mustangs will be in action hosting Trinity High School. Kickoff is at 7:30.
Okay, welcome back. The Mustangs still out on the field. This is a big 4th down play. Kind of interesting. Don't know if they're trying to draw Greensburg-Salem off or what. Play clock down to 15. Christopher in the shotgun. Again, they're going to send Gallagher in motion, but
wow, that was close to being offside.
Yeah, right now the Greensburg-Salem Lions not biting. Play clock down to 5. And Christopher just going to kind of give up. They're not able to draw Greensburg-Salem offside.
Well, Tyler does that very well, and they have 4 games of film for Tyler Christopher. This is his first year as quarterback.
Right.
So there's at least a little bit of film of him drawing them offsides.
Well, we saw that last week, Rick, when we did the Bell Vernon game. He was able to draw Bell Vernon offside a few times with the inflection in his count, but not able to do it here. So
he did it to University Prep. He did it to, on 4th downs, that's, I'm not sure if the 5 yards would be exactly, would give him a first down, but
it'd be pretty close, yeah.
Close.
But the Mustangs now going to take it to him. We're going to just wait. We've got 4th and 5, and looks like Layton's back out to kick. As we mentioned, Izzy not kicking tonight for the Mustangs. He's been the punter the first 4 games.
He has a different role this year than he's had. He had a more bigger role in the past years.
Back to receive the kick for Greensburg-Salem is Aaron Putt. Putt. There's got to be a block in the back. No call? Wow. That ball is going to roll.
Punt is down.
It's going to be down on the 27-yard line of the Mustangs. But kind of surprised. Yeah, 39-yard punt. But the surprising thing was that block in the back was extremely obvious. It was right there.
There was nobody around him to block the view.
No. I can't believe that they didn't call that, and it didn't happen. So, but, yeah, right now, Greensburg-Salem's going to take over on the 27-yard line with a 13-6 lead here. 4:31 to go in this first quarter. Patrick, again, Briggs in the backfield, flanked wide by Caven Trout. Trout, we weren't sure he was going to be playing here tonight. Heard a pregame rumor that he might not be able to dress tonight, but he's out there. The 6'2 senior, 3-year starter for the Greensburg-Salem Lions. Six catches for 81 yards and a touchdown on the year. And we looked at some other stats, Rick. 37 tackles and 11 of those solos. So big key for the Lions either way.
Right now, the Greensburg-Salem coach is talking to the referee on the far sideline about their little discussion going on about something. That's what the delay is.
Well, the discussion should be, how did you not call block in the back on that kick? I mean, it was pretty obvious because...
Well, he's not going to bring it up.
Oh, I know he's not going to bring it up. But Akeem White, I'm not sure who he blocked for Laurel Highlands, but blocked him right in the back, but no call. Here comes Briggs. Briggs able to pick up a quick 4 yards on first down.
That's better tackling. That's stopping him at the line.
Yeah. Huey in there again, as well as Conley, so.
Caught by Thomas.
Getting the up-front push. Now 2nd and 7.
Looks like they basically used Briggs on dive plays.
Yeah, Briggs is strictly up the middle. There's no doubt about that. Here's another inside handoff to, this is number 22. This is Jalen Page.
Tackled in the backfield.
Page cutting back, trying to get away, but fantastic defense there by the Mustangs.
Page on the carry.
That looked like number 66. Is that Huey again?
No,
I'm sorry, it's Joey Conley.
Looks like number
2 on the play.
Yeah. Great tackle, though. Great stop by the Mustangs.
Number 70.
Number 70, that's going to be McFadden. So McFadden.
Big tackle.
With a huge tackle. So now that brings up a 3rd and 11. 4-yard loss.
From the 29.
Patrick still out of the shotgun. 2 receivers split to his left. And he's looking again. Is he trying to get Putt again? Yes, he is. Almost intercepted. Great coverage there by Miguel Brumfeld. Yeah, that was Brumfeld on the coverage there. Fantastic coverage. Almost came up with the interception. Tried to throw it to the outside shoulder.
For Aaron Putt.
But Putt not able to get around on it. So
broken up on
Christopher tried to drop it in the bucket again, but just couldn't do it there. So we're going to bring up a 4th and 11.
Well, that was better defense that time.
It was extremely good defense. Plus, they got a little bit of pressure on him as well. So now we're going to have
the first punt.
The first punt is right. Punter is going to be Ryan Thomas. Back deep to receive for the Mustangs.
Lefty kicker.
Got a lefty is right. I'm sorry. Fair catch signaled by Cook. But the ball didn't go to him. Gallagher, it bounced to Gallagher. But Cook had signaled for a fair catch, even though the ball bounced over to Gallagher. So that ball's going to be placed at the 40-yard line. Gallagher's kind of looking at Cook saying, what happened there? Why'd you call a fair catch? Especially since the ball had bounced. But
well, he was going to get smothered right there. There was 3.
No, he was. If the ball would have got to him, he would have got smothered is right. So now it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line for the Mustangs. 3:08 to go. Mustangs trailing here 13-6, but pretty good game here so far, Rick.
Big homecoming crowd, too.
Big homecoming crowd, and Rodney Gallagher put them on the edge of their seat on the opening kickoff, but now just trying to get the offense to do a little bit. And this looks like Gallagher out of the shotgun. And we're going to have a clip. There's Gallagher. Might even have a
Gallagher on the.
It was a wild.
I thought we might have a personal foul there as a tackle out of bounds, but they was stopped short. So there's a flag on the play, and as we mentioned, I think it's going to be a clip, blocking below the waist, whatever you want to call it, but it's going to be a spot foul. So they're going to mark that. That's going to be a.
That's another positive play turned negative.
Now he called block in the back is what the signal was.
The penalty is illegal.
So
block in the
now
back.
that's going to bring up a 1st and 20 for the Mustangs.
That is not what the Mustangs need right now.
No, we've seen a couple penalties just cripple their drives. Here comes Christopher, looking to his left, tries to fling it over to Chenille Thomas. Thomas being covered there by number 22, Jalen Page. Pretty good coverage there by Page.
Good coverage. It looked like a little miscommunication. I don't know, because this is Christopher's 5th game. I just don't know that the connection's right there.
Well, looked like he tried to throw it inside or outside, and the receiver was looking in. Now here's a quick screen. This is going to, is it Slater? I think it is. We're going to see here in a minute once the pile gets up. And I'm sorry, that was Burchek. So Burchek able to pick up about 8 yards. And still it's going to make it 3rd and 12.
38-yard line.
So the Mustangs now 3rd and 12, a running clock, 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. Thanks, Brian and Soup and the WMBS audience. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 here for the Mustangs. 2 minutes to go. Christopher dropping back, trying to throw a pass down, but incomplete. He tried to hit Burchek on the sideline. We're seeing the Golden Lions able to do pretty much what they wanted to on offense, although the Mustangs held them last time with a couple good stops. But our current score is 13-6, the Golden Lions against the Mustangs. And we'll send it back to you and your WMBS audience at Freeport.
Jalen Page on the coverage. 4th down, 13.
So right now,
ball on the
2:09 left to go. Mustang's going to have to punt again. Leighton in now for his 3rd punt. Again, Aaron Putt back to receive. Punt on his 35. Short kick. Putt calling for a fair catch? No, and it does not take a Mustang bounce. Takes a Greensburg-Salem bounce, and that ball is going to be knocked down at the 40-yard line.
It's a net 22-yard punt.
Yeah, 22-yard punt is right. So now Greensburg-Salem again with good field position.
Greensburg-Salem will take possession.
Starting at the 40.
Down and 10.
The Mustangs just can't seem to string first downs together.
No, they're just having a tough time. It's, and we've seen a couple penalties that have kind of hindered things. We saw an unsportsmanlike conduct on the previous set of downs, and they're in a block in the back. So the Mustangs need to kind of clean things up in order to keep possession of the ball.
There's a whistle here. Timeout, Greensburg-Salem.
Timeout, Greensburg-Salem.
Interesting. Wonder if they saw something in the formation that they didn't like,
Ladies
or
and gentlemen, we would like to remind you
interesting call.
Mustang Field and the entire Laurel Highlands campus.
But right now, we're going to have a timeout.
Facility.
So we're going to take a timeout on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be right back after these messages.
And vapor products.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. After a quick timeout by Greensburg-Salem, they're going to take over possession on the 40, 1st and 10. Trent Patrick, another inside handoff. This one, it's going to be Jalen Page. Page able to get the first down easily. Brings it into Mustang territory. They're going to mark him out at the 48-yard line. A 12-yard gain by Jalen Page, giving the Greensburg Golden Lions another first down.
Lots of stiff arms in there, too.
A bunch of stiff arms is right.
That's old school.
You know what, though? I'll tell you what, they're impressed. They're spreading the ball around pretty well. We've seen Page, Briggs, Patrick, and Putt all touch the ball. A couple of passes, but able to spread it around and move it at will on offense. Here's Putt again. Nope, it's a fake. Here's Patrick. He's going to take it himself. He breaks through. One man to beat. That man is Brumfield, and Brumfield able to stop Patrick, but not after a 38-yard gain.
Brought down by Brumfield
for another first down. We'll make it a 39-yard gain. I'm sorry.
On the Laurel Highlands 11-yard
That's going to be spotted on the 11-yard line. So Patrick keeping it himself after faking the inside handoff to Putt.
He's very effective, Tony. He's got 69 yards on 5 carries.
69 yards on 5 carries. That's pretty good. He was coming into this game. He had 30 carries for 27 yards, but 3 touchdowns. But having a field day today. Here's a handoff to Briggs. Briggs keeping those legs churning. He's going to be able to get down to about the 3-yard line.
He did not get in. I'm surprised.
No, a 6-yard gain. Nice gang tackling there. McFadden in there bringing down Briggs, but
second down and 3.
That's going to set up a 2nd and 3 from the 3-yard line. We're down to a minute to play here in this first quarter. And the Mustangs trying to stop Greensburg-Salem from opening up the lead here. 13-6 right now on a running clock.
3 pass plays, 15 running plays for the Golden Lions.
Right, and it's pretty much what we had expected. Pretty much a running team. Here's Briggs. They're going to give him a shot, and he's going to get in easily. Briggs with the touchdown. Alex Briggs
the Greensburg-Salem touchdown.
Scores the 3rd touchdown on the night for the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions, and the Salem Lions now extend their lead to 19-6. It's going to bring Raymer back in for the extra point attempt. Wyatt Raymer.
Raymer for the extra point.
Made the first one. The second one was blocked. Here's the 3rd attempt, and that one's blocked as well. The Mustangs with good penetration.
Blocked by McFadden.
Wow, that McFadden, he shot the gap there pretty well and just blocked that. Almost looked like he blocked it with his stomach there, Rick, not even with his hands.
That kick was very low. You know, they might just be better going for 2s.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go for 2, but okay, so now with 44.9 to go in this first quarter, the Mustangs trail the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions 19-6. And we'll be back for the kickoff right after these messages on the South Union Township Sports Network.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Patrick's going to keep it again. Fake the page on the inside handoff.
So
Patrick going to pick up about 3.
Patrick on the carry.
So we'll call it 2nd and 7.
Gain of 7 on the play.
We just started the second quarter.
Correction, gain of 3 on
Mustangs
the play. 2nd down, 7. Ball spotted on the
trailing and just trying to get a couple stops here, Rick, get back into this game.
Greensburg-Salem.
They're really not out, but they just haven't been able to convert anything on offense and keep anything moving. So now 2nd and 7 from the 28-yard line. Here's Patrick. Putt in motion. Patrick fakes. Going to roll to his left and throw a little pass out there to Briggs. Briggs with nice running room on the edge.
Patrick's pass.
Briggs able to move that ball. Looks like they're going to spot it out on the 48-yard line. That's a 20-yard gain.
Spotted on the
we'll call it a 19-yard gain, so 28 to 47.
Line. First down,
nice little pass safe pass by Patrick. Briggs just flanking out of the backfield on his left side. Patrick rolling that way and able to find a wide-open Briggs who turns that into a quick first down for the Greensburg-Salem Lions.
Nice misdirection play there.
Yeah, fake the inside handoff to Putt, and here's Briggs now again. Briggs just keeping those legs churning. That's a pretty nice run. He's going to end up picking up about 6 yards. Briggs, not a whole lot of running outside. There's no doubt about that. He's the inside man, trying to hit the holes. They're going to use Putt and Jalen Page on the outsides to try to stretch the defense. Keandre Cook on the stop.
7 on the play.
It's going to bring up
2nd down
and 4.
Spotted at the Laurel Highlands 50, or rather the.
So here's Patrick now out of the shotgun. Briggs behind. Briggs gets the handoff again.
He gets
nice penetration there, but it looks like he's going to get the first down.
On the carry.
Looks like Burchek had penetration there on him, but just couldn't make the tackle. Nice job of filling the hole, but it's going to be another first down for the Greensburg Lions.
You know, Brian, I mean, Tony,
Briggs.
Tony, when you got 3 down linemen and they're playing the new type of offense where people are playing defensive backs and linebackers.
Thanks, Brian. We have a score update. Greensburg-Salem was able to score on a 3-yard touchdown run by Alex Briggs with 45 seconds to go in the first, so they extend their lead to 19-6. And Greensburg has the ball now at the Laurel Highlands 43-yard line and driving again. 9:28 here to go in this second quarter. So the Laurel Highlands Mustangs looking for a stop on defense, but we'll see what happens. And we'll let you guys know, and we'll send it back to you out at Freeport, PA. So the pass by Patrick was incomplete there. Pretty good penetration by the Mustangs.
Looked like that ball got tipped because it fell far short of the intended receiver.
Yeah. Looks like he just couldn't Just couldn't step into that throw any. Now this is to Putt on the inside handoff. Putt, nice penetration there. That looked like Chenille Thomas. Thomas able to string that play out. Great defense there by the Mustangs.
He sealed that outside.
Did seal it.
Go back inside.
Yeah, so nice job by Chenille Thomas to come up there and make the stop.
Pickup of 2.
So 2-yard gain, so now it's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Ball on the 41-yard line of the Mustangs. Here comes number 65, Huey. Coming in at the end spot for the Mustangs. Patrick again. Shotgun. Ryan Thomas to his right is the lone receiver. 2 receivers split left. Nice penetration. Can it get the tackle? Yes, they can. Great job there. Who was in there? Robbie Slater?
Robbie Slater was the first one.
Wow. Looked like a little safety blitz or something. And Slater able to get in there and just hold Patrick for a while until a couple of his teammates came.
Well, we were talking about we got to get pressure on the quarterback.
Exactly, and they did get pressure there. Yeah, a 4-yard loss. So nice tackle there by Robbie Slater. That's going to bring Ryan Thomas into punt for the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. A loss of 4.
His second punt of the night.
Back to receive. Gallagher. That ball takes a Mustangs bounce. Wow, it's going to come back. Why doesn't he run it? The ball's still live.
He picked it up.
Wow. Not sure what happened there. Brumfelder, who was that? Picked that ball up. Is that number 28? I'm sorry. Burchek, who picked that ball up? It actually should have taken off with it. I'm not sure why they stopped the play until he was tackled.
Or at least down it.
Yeah, the ball landed on the 20 and came back all the way to the 30.
I would say that was a generous whistle there because if they stripped that ball off of him,
well, yeah,
it's a live ball.
I mean, but still, it was live. He could have just picked it up and kept on running. Probably could have picked up about 10 yards there. But
I think he was surprised that it came to him.
I was too. Yeah, I think you're correct. So now here's Christopher, 3 wide receivers to his right. He's going to hand to Chenille Thomas on the inside. Thomas finds a hole.
Block.
Thomas, nice job. Great run.
Thomas on the carry.
Chenille Thomas, we saw him get the workload of the action last year. He's able to pick up 23 yards there. Putt on the tackle, but that's going to give the Mustangs a first down. Here's Christopher again. He's going to hand off to Thomas. Thomas bobbing and weaving, but no chance there. Thrown down by number 54. That's going to be Billy McChesney. McChesney grabbing Thomas by the jersey and just stopping him in his tracks.
Loss of 2.
Loss of 2, but they're going to mark it as at the 50. So Christopher, 2 nice runs there by Thomas. There's Gallagher in motion. 3 wide receivers to the right. Christopher, here's a quick flanker screen out to Gallagher. Gallagher shaking and baking. If he can get a couple blocks, he's got 1 man to beat. Nice run by Gallagher. I've got to give him fantastic effort on that. Connor Moore was the 1 man to beat on the outside. Gallagher shaking and baking, able to pick up about 7 yards.
Connor Moore.
But nice job. There was really nothing there at all, Rick. I mean,
no, and you know what? The line wasn't prepared for him to go cut back, and they could have been out in front of that if they'd have been paying attention.
I would agree. But I will say this. I mean, you don't know what he's going to do. I mean, we've seen him do that a couple times here the last couple weeks. Here's Christopher. He's going to pick up the first down. Nice job by Christopher. Kept it himself on a 3rd and 3 play. He's going to pick up the second first down of this drive for the Mustangs.
Looks like about 6.
So now the Mustangs driving. It's about a 6-yard gain as well.
7-yard line. That is good enough for Laurel Highlands.
Mustangs quick to set up again. Three receivers to the right. It's going to be an inside handoff there. It looked like to Burchek, and we might get a face mask call. I don't know. That was Ryan Bosley. I'm sorry. That was Bosley on the carry. Kind of tough to pick these numbers up, but that was Bosley on the carry. He was stopped dead. But they're going to call a face mask penalty. And not exactly sure what the number was for Greensburg-Salem, but I'm going to guess that it was number 54, McChesney, because he went to the sideline and is kind of getting an earful by his coach. So I'm going to guess it was him. But they're going to call it. That's going to give the Mustangs a quick 10 yards.
Yeah, it's in, momentum's a big thing right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, the Mustangs can score here. There's 6:16 to go in this second quarter. I mean, they could get right back in the game. They're really not out of it. I mean, the defense has kind of stiffened up the last couple drives for Laurel Highlands, but they just need some offense to click in here now and just need a score. So now we're going to have Christopher set Thomas to his left. Quick handoff. Nope. Fake. And no. Oh, near interception. But they're going to call it a pick.
Christopher's pass.
Wow. That pass was picked off. Looked like Shamar McCoy, if my numbers are right here. So McCoy just able to step in front of the Mustang receiver.
I think it looked like it was another miscommunication.
I would
agree.
agree.
Ball went inside, and the receiver was outside.
Yeah.
And just not familiar enough with each other. I thought Jerry in my headphones said that there was an offsides that they didn't call.
Yeah.
Greensburg-Salem,
Well, that's a turnover there, and that's going to be the 9th interception on the year for Tyler Christopher. That's going to give the Golden Lions the ball on their own 8-yard line. Again, Patrick in the shotgun. Inside fake. Patrick's going to keep it himself. He's got one man to beat. Nice tackle there. The Mustangs, that was Brumfeld on the tackle. But not before Patrick picks up a quick 22 yards and a first down. We'll call it 21. They marked it at the 29. So we're going to call that a 21-yard gain. And now Patrick, with that quick run, gets the Greensburg-Salem Lions out of the hole. Backed up to their own 8-yard line on that interception, but 21-yard run.
That gives Patrick 90 yards on 9 carries.
90 yards on 9 carries. That's impressive. He's been calling his number a lot. And here's Page on the inside handoff. Nice tackle there.
9 yards.
That tackle was by Chanel Thomas on the outside, but that's going to give Page a 9-yard gain.
Gain of 9. Ball now spotted on
Bring up now a
Greensburg-Salem
2nd and 1. Greensburg-Salem just able to run on this Mustang team right now. A lot of misdirection plays, and I'm not so sure they're ready for that.
Perfect conditions here. No wind, comfortable mid-60s temperature.
It's a perfect night for football, there's no doubt. This Briggs again on the inside.
He's just dragging people.
It is Briggs on the inside. He's been impressive. He's not a very big guy. He's only 5'10", 180-yard junior, but tell you what, he keeps those legs moving. He was able to pick up a quick 5 yards there, make it 6. They're going to spot that ball at the 45. Yeah, so it's going to be a 6-yard gain for Briggs.
He doesn't have any big breakout run, 6-2, 4-3, 2. But he's up to 43 yards on 10 carries.
43 yards, and they're using him a lot, 10 carries, but he's able to produce, and he's going to get it again. He's able to hit that hole quickly, and he's going to pick up a first down.
Briggs on the carry.
Briggs now, that's going to be an 11-yard gain.
That's his longest run of the night.
Yeah, so Briggs now giving the Greensburg-Salem Lions another first down.
It doubles his longest.
Yeah, running clock now, 4:20 to go.
The ball spotted at the Laurel Highlands.
Ball at the LH 44. 2 receivers to the left. That's going to be Trout and Putt. There's another handoff to Briggs. Briggs is stopped there. Great tackle. McFadden on the tackle there. McFadden just plugged that hole and made a great tackle on Briggs to hold him to no gain.
No, it's interesting, Tony. Putt was the leading rusher last year, and I talked to a inside source tonight that told me that his family is confused about why. A number of people are confused about how do you take your leading rusher and put him into a slot and have him touch the ball 3, 4, 5 times a game, as opposed to, he gained over 600 yards last year.
Yeah, he had 97 carries, 653 yards this year, only 12 for 23 coming into this game. That's going to be an inside handoff there. That's going to be Nico Williams. Williams with his first carry of the night.
Williams on the carry.
Williams able to pick up about 3 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down, though. Third down and 1.
Third down and 1.
Greensburg-Salem. So this could be a big stop here for the Mustangs. A running clock. We're under 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. Greensburg-Salem trying to continue the drive, and the Mustangs looking to stop. Putt in the backfield now. And there's Putt right up the middle. He hits the hole. Nice block on the outside. Great tackle there.
Little 22-yard run.
Yeah, 22-yard gain. Rodney Gallagher able to stick his head in there and stop Putt. But
okay, that reinforces what I just said. How do you have Putt not carry the ball?
Out of bounds by Gallagher.
Yeah, it was a nice run.
They lost 2 of their best receivers last year to graduation. So I don't know that they have any veteran wide receivers. And Putt has caught 2 catches for 55 yards, 2 of the 3 that completions that Patrick has.
You're right.
But I just don't get it.
No. Well, he's got Putt split to his right. I'm sorry, to his left. Patrick drops the snap, but able to pick it back up. And there's going to be a penalty flag. Not sure what that's going to be all about. The Mustang players are clapping. So it must be something against the Greensburg-Salem. Yeah, just not sure what it is. Is it unsportsmanlike or not exactly what's going on?
It's another flag.
And a second flag now thrown.
So that could be huge. That ball was down to the 9-yard line. If they call 2 unsportsmanlike, that's going to be a 30-yard loss. It's going to move the ball back to the 39-yard line. Let's see what the referees have to say.
I'm watching the coach now.
Coach Kiefer in his 7th year with the Greensburg-Salem Lions. So let's see what we get. Referees discussing things. And we're going to take a look. Let's see. Still can't figure out. There's going to be a personal foul against Greensburg-Salem and then a dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct. So now you're right. You're talking about a quick 30 yards in penalties. That's going to move the ball all the way back to the 39. And interesting because they called it a dead ball. So let's see what happens here.
Well, Jerry will have that replay.
Yeah.
You can see where that occurred.
I think it must have been just a little cheap shot on the inside there. Yeah. When the play was over, it looked like the Greensburg-Salem guy just kind of took a cheap shot at one of the Mustang players. Not sure who it was. Can't call out any names, but it's going to make it 1st and 39 from the 39. So you say 1st and goal to go from the 39. Fake on the inside to Putt. Here's Patrick keeping himself, and wow, that's dangerous. And Patrick, I'm surprised. I can't believe that he didn't get hurt there, Rick. I'll tell you, trying to throw across his body and a couple defenders for the Mustangs just getting in his face. Huey in his face and McFadden the other. And I'll tell you what, throwing against his body and hitting his shoulder there, I thought he was going to come out hurt, but great defense there by the Mustangs. It's kind of interesting, too, how they roll Patrick to his left all the time. But seems to work. It's worked so far tonight except for that play.
Spot on the Greensburg-Salem 39-yard.
So now makes it 2nd and goal from the 39. So here's Patrick. Again, out of the shotgun. He's got Putt in the backfield. It's a fake. He's going to throw it down to Thomas, but Ryan Thomas just couldn't catch that ball. Took his eye off of it. He had Rodney Gallagher sneaking up on him on defense, but just couldn't handle it.
I would say this is 4-down territory for Greensburg-Salem.
Oh, I would think you're definitely, yeah. Thomas caught an 8-yard touchdown pass, the first score of the night for the Golden Lions. That was at 8:46. So now we're going to have 3rd and 39. And Rick's right. I can't imagine that Coach Kiefer would actually punt here. There's Patrick dropping back. He's going to look down the left side. Is that Trout? Trout looking to push off.
Great defense.
Wow, great defense right
Rodney
there.
Gallagher.
That looked like, was that Gallagher or was that Brumfeld? I think it was number 6. I think it was Brumfeld.
I'm sorry. He eyed that pass in the whole time.
Yeah, he did. He looked on Trout the whole time, and Trout had the size. Brumfeld only 5'7". Trout 6'2". Actually thought he pushed off a little bit.
Yeah, there was a little.
Yeah, but still, nice defense there by Brumfeld. He's been impressive on defense the last couple weeks, I can tell you. He's got good speed. He's got a good nose for the ball, and pretty impressed with his defense. So now they're going to punt.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, interesting. So here's Thomas with the punt. They're going to try to pin the Mustangs deep. Gallagher's going to let it go. Can we get a bounce?
No, it went out of bounds.
No,
at the
no
8-yard
such
line.
luck. They're going to knock it out. It's going to be marked out at the 9-yard line for the Mustangs.
Gallagher's shaking his head.
Fantastic punt, a 30-yard punt there by Ryan Thomas, but pins the Mustangs deep. And we're going to take a little break here. 1:27 to go in this second quarter, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network after these messages.
One of our 2 concession stands, the one on the
Okay, we're back.
northeast end.
Here's the Mustangs. Tyler Christopher
Southwest end zone.
out of the shotgun. Drops back the pass. He's got to be careful in his own end zone. Looks to throw down. Almost had Gallagher. Gallagher couldn't catch that pass. Pretty low. Nice try by Rodney, but just could not come up with the catch. So now it's going to bring a second down. And as we said, 1:21 to go. The Mustangs really could use a first down here, Rick, not kick the ball back to the Lions before the end of this.
There's only 1:21 to go, so you really don't want to give them the ball back.
No, you don't want to give them the ball back. And we've seen this. We saw it last week. You know, there was times when they only had the ball for 17, 20 seconds, somewhere in there. There's a little flanker screen. It's going to go out to Burchek. No, I'm sorry. That's going to be Robbie Slater. Slater with the catch on the flanker screen. Slater able to move that ball from the 9
Gain of 7 on the play.
up to the Mustang 16. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 now. Here's Christopher. Looks the other way. Going to flip this one out to Gallagher. And there he goes. Rodney able to pick up the first down. Rodney Gallagher showing some moves there, the freshman. Able to pick up the first down, and that was huge because the Mustangs surely didn't want to give the ball back to Greensburg-Salem before the end of this half. So now 49 seconds to go. I'm sorry. Here's Christopher looking deep. He's got a man. Oh, almost a fantastic catch by Keandre Cook, but they're going to call a pass interference on Logan Smith. Smith, pretty good coverage.
He wasn't watching the ball, and he was he definitely impeded the receiver.
Definitely did, but he's had step-for-step coverage. I mean, all he had to do was really turn his head back. Cook was able to go up over him and draw that flag, so multiple flags on the play. There's a flag in the Mustangs' backfield as well, so these might be offsetting penalties. We're going to call pass interference, and they waved it off. No, they didn't. What did they call? Holding on Laurel? And then they called the pass interference. So how does that?
Holding against the.
Well, I don't understand that.
And pass interference against the Golden Lions.
So they're going to offset each other.
We'll replay the down.
So they were going to replay the down, is right.
Ball at the Laurel Highlands 20.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they called the pass interference or what, because he kind of wiped it off. So
burned about 6 seconds.
There's Christopher now, looking to his left, trying to pass over there by that's number 20, Riley Bosley. Trying to hit him down the sidelines, trying to hit him in the seam there, but just threw that ball a little bit too far.
Second down and 10.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line. 38 seconds to go here in this second quarter. And what do you think, Rick? There's another pass attempt. He's trying to throw a screen, and he does. Middle of the field. That ball went to number 8, Keandre Cook. So Cook, nice move there. Cook able to pick up a quick 17 yards and have another first down for the Mustangs. So
that's good enough for Laurel Highlands.
This would be huge right now if the Mustangs can punch this in. We're down to 20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Mustangs with a couple timeouts. There's the pass to Gallagher. Oh!
Christopher's pass intended.
Gallagher. Heard footsteps. Jalen Page coming up.
Good defense by Page. He waited until it hit his hands, and then he bumped him. He could have creamed him. He didn't.
Yes, he could have. He could have laid Gallagher out, but nice pass there by Christopher. Just couldn't be handled. So Gallagher.
That stops the clock.
Almost another big play, but yeah, it does stop the clock. The Mustangs still with one timeout to go, 18.2 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 on the 39. Christopher Gallagher in motion.
They're going after Christopher.
And I think they're going to try to free Gallagher up here on the other side. Little screen, and then Christopher's going to look the other way. He overthrows number 25, Robbie Slater, on the right sideline. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Christopher just overshot Robbie Slater, had him open.
For Slater, incomplete.
But just overthrew him.
3rd down and 10.
So now it's going to come up with a 3rd and 10.
At the Laurel Highlands 39-yard line.
That's going to 13.2 seconds to go here for the Mustangs. There's Christopher out of the gun. There's a screen right over the middle, but wow, sifted out perfectly by Trout. Caven Trout all over Thomas there. Not much he can do, and wow, we're going to get a timeout called. Timeout being called by the Mustangs, which...
That's their last one.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure why you would do that. You got 1 second to go. Why would you do anything? I mean, I would just let the clock run out, and that'd be the end of the half, but they called timeout, not exactly sure why, but it's 4th and 10.
What's a little, and one thing that's been curious to me this whole season, Robbie Slater was the backup for Connor Basinger for 2+ years, and stepped in very effectively. He did a nice job on when they were running the RPO, run pass option. And Christopher had never played quarterback before in his whole career when I talked to one of the coaches. So
and they're going to put 2 seconds back on the clock.
So
what do you do? Well, I'm sure basically just snap it to Christopher and try to throw a pass downfield. Maybe something happens.
They got 4 defensive backs 40 yards down the field.
Yeah, you can't blame them. I mean, you just want to look. I mean, maybe the Mustangs trying for a
little hook and ladder
pass interference penalty or whatever the case may be. But this will definitely be the last timed play of this first half. Slater in motion. Christopher sending him to the right side. 3 receivers on the right side. Lone receiver is Burchek on the left, and they're going to throw it to Burchek. Hook and ladder is right, Rick, but Chanel Thomas is going to take a couple hits. Caven Trout and number 10, Logan Smith, in there on the tackle. So that's going to end the first half of play. So after one half of football complete, it's the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions 19, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 6. And we'll be right back with halftime festivities and the first half stats on the South Union Township Sports Network right after these messages. Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. Tony Anola, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay bringing you Laurel Highlands Mustangs action on the South Union Township Sports Network. We've got some halftime stats by Rick. First off, we'll go over the scoring real quick. First off, we'll go over the pregame festivities, and that Emmy Shade was the 2019 homecoming queen for Laurel Highlands, escorted by Jeff Golembeski. That was the first fireworks that we saw. The second fireworks was the opening kickoff of the game, where Rodney Gallagher took the kick on his own 15 and returned the ball 85 yards for the opening kickoff touchdown for the Mustangs, giving him a 6-0 lead. The Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions came back after a 3-minute drive, 8 plays, on a 8-yard touchdown pass from Trent Patrick to Ryan Thomas. And after that, the Mustangs ended up kicking off, and Trent Patrick capped another drive with an 11-yard run with 5:30 to go. Again, the Mustangs had to punt, and it resulted in a 3-yard touchdown run by Alex Briggs on a 60-yard drive, and that occurred with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. We saw no scores at all in the third quarter. I'm sorry, in the second quarter, Rick. So pretty good defense by both teams, but Rick has your halftime stats for everybody, so we're going to throw it over to him.
Thanks, Tony. Bell Vernon had 76 yards on the ground in the air, 216 in the air, total of 292 yards. Patrick 76 in the air. Patrick had 90 yards on the ground. The second leading rusher, as we were speaking about before, was Aaron Putt. On 5 carries, he had 51 yards. And Briggs is the third leading rusher. He had 35 yards and a touchdown. For the Mustangs, 63 yards in the air, 54 on the ground. for a total of 117 yards. Big difference there. Christopher had 63 yards in the air with 1 interception. He also had 7 yards rushing. The leading rusher for the Mustangs was Cook with 36 yards, and Thomas had 21 yards. The only offense for the Mustangs was the opening kickoff. So it's going to be hard to beat a team if you get doubled up and then some, 2.5 times your yardage, 117 to 292, Tony. They have to stop things at the front line.
Yeah, they've got to stop everything at the point of contact right there. They're not able to stop the runners. Briggs has pretty much been able to hit all the first half, Rick, and you could see that. I mean, he's had some pretty nice runs. Same way with Patrick, able to keep the ball and advance it. A couple nice passes by Patrick, but the Mustangs defense kind of stiffened up there in the second quarter, having a couple stops, and took advantage of a couple unsportsmanlike conduct penalties to hold the Golden Lions right before halftime. So, like I said, if they can do something here, maybe come out with a quick score this second half. Obviously, we saw the Mustangs receive the first half kick, so Golden Lions are going to get it the second half. So if they can kind of stop them and maybe go in and get a quick score, it's going to change this game all the way around.
Well, there's a big play disparity. The Mustangs only have 25 plays, and the Golden Lions have 42 plays.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily the number of plays, because you can run off some big yardages, but the Mustangs really need to flip that around, and they need to take control of the game, take control of that line, tackle it, and flip the field around a little bit, and get the defense off the field.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and we've said that before, and we said that last week too. The Mustangs, the way they run the offense, and you know, you're throwing a lot of passes, so what ends up happening is you don't run a lot of time off the clock, and then your defense comes back out, and it's on the field for a long time. And especially here tonight, we don't keep time of possession, but I got to tell you, they surely have a big advantage on time of possession and runs plays. So, like I said, we'll see what's happening here, but I don't know. I mean, Christopher doesn't look bad. I mean, he just can't connect a couple high throws, but the Mustangs just need the defense to stiffen up a little bit and come back out and maybe get a quick score. We'll see how it goes.
Wonder how long you stick with Christopher as quarterback. Is there a time that you go to Slater?
That's tough. I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But they're still trying to get the first win for Coach Colasar, so hopefully they can make a great comeback here in the second half and we can see something happen. But we're going to enjoy the Laurel Highlands Mustangs marching band now, and we're going to take a little break here on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be right back after these messages, and we'll let you enjoy a little bit of the band as well here on Homecoming 2019 at Laurel Highlands High School.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Tony Hanola, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay back on the South Union Township Sports Network, as well as the WMBS listeners. Layton getting ready to kick off for the Mustangs. Aaron Putt back again to receive. He's standing at his 15-yard line.
We want to Oh, good.
And there's Layton with the kick. Nice kick. Drives putt all the way back to the 5-yard line. Here's putt looking for a wall, taking it up the middle. Nice tackle there. It's going to be number 18 for the Mustangs. That's going to be Daniel Carney. So Carney.
Good coverage on that kick.
Yeah, great coverage. It's about a 18-yard return for putt. Brings the ball out to the 23-yard line. I'm sorry, 23-yard line.
I want to give a shout-out, Tony, on WMBS, that our homecoming queen for Laurel Highlands for 2019 is Emily Shadd.
Shadd with the win, escorted by Jeff Golombeski. So the homecoming queen for the Mustangs. And here's a nice tackle. That's going to be McFadden shooting the gap and grabbing Jalen Page right there on a 5-yard loss. Maybe a little bit.
5 on the play.
Nice tackle, though. Brings up a 1st and 15 now.
Greensburg-Salem, 20-yard line.
Exactly what the Mustangs need. If they can get a 3-and-out here, get some good field position, and maybe get back into this game. They're only down 13. They struck first, as we mentioned. Rodney Gallagher opening kickoff return, 85-yard touchdown. But it's been all Greensburg-Salem after that. Here's Patrick out of the shotgun to his left. Throws it over there to, looks like that's number 1. That's going to be Rashad. Kevin Trout, the leading receiver for Greensburg-Salem. So he's going to get run out of bounds about the 23-yard line. I'm sorry, the 27-yard line.
Pickup of 8.
Pickup of 8. So brings up 3rd and 6. As we said, just starting the second half here. Mustangs trying to get a big stop. There's a fake to Briggs. Patrick going to call his own number. He's going to dive, but he's going to be short of that first down.
On the keeper.
Needed to get to about the 34-yard line, but looks like I don't know, depending on this spot, should be pretty interesting.
Short of the line of gain.
First attacked by Chenille Thomas. Slowed him down.
Yeah, now they're going to give it. That was a generous spot, I got to tell you. He looked like he was down at about the 33-yard line right there. But the referees didn't see it that way. They're going to give it to him on the 34. And all of a sudden, it's going to be a 1st and 10. So that was Patrick with the run. So nice job to convert a first down.
98 yards for Patrick in the first half.
Patrick sneaking up on 100 yards rushing. He's going to call his own number. He's going to go over 100 right here.
Patrick on the carry.
Patrick there with a 7-yard gain. Gets the ball to the Greensburg-Salem 41. So a nice starting play there on first down for Patrick.
He was the leading rusher in the first half with 90 yards.
Right. And actually came in, and we had mentioned this earlier, he came into this game, he had 30 carries for 27 yards, but he's rectifying those numbers here tonight against the Mustangs.
Got 12 carries already.
12 carries tonight.
11.
Yep. Okay, and here he is going to hand off inside to Briggs. Briggs able to bust it up. Close to a 5-yard gain. Briggs, the inside man for Greensburg-Salem.
On the play.
5, 6, 4, 2, 3 yards. He's just chipping away at it.
Yep, and another first down. Greensburg-Salem now on the 46-yard line.
He does a nice job of setting up the pass, though.
Yes, he does. We've seen Patrick hasn't thrown the ball much. We figured that Greensburg-Salem's pretty much run-oriented. And as we say that, here's Patrick dropping back. He's going to try to hit Thomas down the sideline, but great coverage there by Rodney Gallagher for the Mustangs. The pass thrown just a little too far ahead of Ryan Thomas. Thomas
Gallagher on the cover.
Had a reception in the first quarter for an 8-yard touchdown, the first touchdown of the game for Greensburg. But that pass was just a little too far, so it brings up a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. Caven Trout coming in, giving a play to Patrick. Trout's going to line up to his left. One receiver. Patrick, lone man in the backfield, is Briggs. Jalen Page on the other side. I'm sorry, that's putt in motion. Now they're going to give it to Briggs on a misdirection play. Briggs able to just cut it right up. He's got one man now. It's going to be a great tackle on the outside there. Robbie Slater comes up and makes the play, but
initial hit by Joey Connolly.
Yeah, not before. Briggs takes it now for about a 17-yard gain.
The Laurel Highlands 30.
So they're going to spot the ball on the 29-yard line. So Greensburg-Salem now putting together another drive on their opening possession in this second half.
I hope that Soup got his kielbasa.
Me too. I'd hate to see that boy starve to death. So here it is. Inside handoff now. Here comes Putt. Putt able to cut it up. Nice stiff arm there. Rodney Gallagher strips it. Is he able to recover it?
It looked like the Mustangs. No.
Pretty close. Wow. Putt got his own fumble, and he did. Yeah, he's handed it back to the. Nice job by Gallagher. Just stuck his hand in there.
10-yard
after
gain.
About a 10-yard gain, but the Mustangs just couldn't jump on that ball and force a turnover. That would have been huge right there to stop this momentum.
As we talked about on the South Union Township feed, Putt, who was their leading rusher last year with over 600 yards, they moved him to the slot this year. And talking with the coaches at halftime, they gave them an overall 11-man personnel package. But you don't see that very often when your leading rusher moves to another position like that.
Not at all. So here's an inside handoff to Briggs. Briggs right up the middle. Briggs taken down there by Chenille Thomas.
Thomas on the
helped out by Ronnie Romsberg, but
ripped off
Briggs
13.
Able to get off 13-yard run.
13.
Gain of 13.
Get the ball down now to the 8-yard line, which brings up first and goal.
First and goal.
So it's first and goal now. 8:40 to go. Running clock. Patrick trying to give the Greensburg-Salem Lions another score to extend their lead. Right now it's 13. In motion is Page. Page going to get the inside handoff. He's going to weave his way right into the end zone. So coming out in the second half, Greensburg-Salem takes the ball, runs off almost 4 minutes, and able to put together a drive and a touchdown to extend their lead now to 25-6 on Jalen Page's 8-yard run.
No, the problem with that, Tony, is the ball was on the 8. He didn't get touched until the 1-yard line.
No.
Putt is the holder.
Not at all. Here's the extra point try by Wyatt Raymer, and he gets that one up.
He got
and
it
that
up.
One's good.
Got a little height on that.
Kick is good.
So
with 8 minutes and 20
now
to go,
the lead is 26-6 over the Mustangs. So with 8:20 to go here in this third quarter, we're going to take a break and get ready for the Mustangs to get their first possession of this second half. We're going to take a little break on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be right back after these messages.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. Tony Hanola, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay bringing you the action. Wyatt Raymer getting ready to kick off again for the Golden Lions, who took the second half kickoff, worked off 3 minutes and 40 seconds on a 73-yard drive to take a 26-6 lead against the Mustangs. And here's the kick by Raymer. Trying again to go to the up back a bit. It's going to go back to Gallagher. Gallagher trying to, I'm sorry, that's Chenille Thomas on that play.
Thomas on the carry.
Actually thought it was Gallagher there for a minute. He'd been playing on the left side there receiving the kicks, but that was Thomas, and Thomas able to get the ball back to the 25-yard line where the Mustangs will start 1st and 10 on their second possession here. First possession here in the second half.
Similar field position to position to opening second half kickoff.
Exactly.
Having trouble with that word.
It's been an interesting half. Here's Christopher handing off to Thomas. Thomas struggling to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He's tackled there by Patrick.
Loss at 2.
Loss at 2 is right, so going to be a 23-yard line. So second and 12 now.
On the Laurel Highlands
23-yard
line.
Had a decent drive there right at the end of the half, Rick, but just couldn't connect. Ran out of time, only had one timeout left on the possession, but able to get a couple first downs, but they need to do that here.
No blockers out there for Thomas.
Yeah. Here's Christopher dropping back. Right over the middle, just out of the reach. Looked like Burchek.
Intended for Gallagher.
I'm sorry, that was Rodney Gallagher. Gallagher wide open over the middle, but just couldn't get a little bit high. Had to reach for it, but just couldn't connect.
Laurel Highlands 23.
So now the Mustangs, 3rd and 12. Haven't even run off a minute here, and might actually have to punt this ball away. We'll see. Hopefully they can get a first down here and continue this drive. So 7:37 to go. Here comes Christopher out of the shotgun. Christopher going to set up a screen. That's going to be to number 8. That's Keandre Cook, and he's got a great block. Cook, one man to beat. Can he beat Mike Daneza? Nice tackle there. I'm sorry, that was Connor Moore, the only man to beat. But Keandre Cook with a huge gain. Mark, they're going to mark the ball now on the 10-yard line of the Mustangs. So basically a 67-yard pass to Keandre Cook. So Christopher doing exactly what he needed to do, set up the screen, and Cook took it over from there. So great run by Cook. Now the Mustangs, 1st and 10. Here's a hand to Chanel Thomas. He's hit quickly. He fumbles. And I think that ball is going to be recovered by Greensburg-Salem, and it is. That's number 54. That's McChesney again, Billy McChesney. We've called his name a couple times, and that's a extremely costly turnover there for the Mustangs. Put together a nice drive, a nice play there, a 67-yard gain to put them in scoring position, but just turned it over. Nice strip there, and Chanel Thomas fumbled, and the Greensburg-Salem Lions are going to take over on their 12-yard line. So 1st and 10, able to cut into that lead and try to get some score, but the Mustangs a huge turnover. Not much you can do there, Rick. Here's Patrick again out of the shotgun. Briggs. Now they're going to hand it to Jalen Page, and Page kind of pushes away a defender. He's going to be tackled there by Max Rockwell. Rockwell wraps him up, but not after a 18-yard gain. Let me check that. It's going to be a 23-yard gain.
Gain of 23 on the play.
So 20.
Ball now spotted at the
carry.
So 23-yard gain.
Greensburg-Salem.
1st and 10 now, Greensburg-Salem. Nice run by Page. Page is able to outrun the defense. You can see the defense a little tired. They were on the field a long time the last time. Here's Briggs. Briggs with a quick 5-yard gain.
Briggs on the carry. Stopped by a herd.
Briggs going to be stopped at the 40. Briggs, as we mentioned, been the workhorse on the inside for Greensburg-Salem. It's going to be on the 40. They're going to give him a 6-yard gain on that. I'm sorry.
112 yards for Briggs tonight.
Briggs now with 112 yards.
16 carries.
And
helped by the big 33-yard gain.
Welcome to the WMBS audience. The Greensburg-Salem Lions scored on their first possession, making a score 26-6. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs, a 67-yard play, and actually had the ball on their own 10-yard line, but fumbled. Greensburg-Salem recovered it. A huge blow for the Mustangs, and now Greensburg-Salem's driving. They started at their own 12.
Fadden on the stop.
Briggs actually just took the ball to the 47-yard line of the Mustangs. So, again, Greensburg-Salem marching on the Mustangs. And Briggs, he's got 117 yards rushing here tonight. So, a couple guys over 100. You've got Patrick over 100 as well as Briggs. And the offense just able to run at will against this Mustang defense.
47-yard line.
So right now, we'll check that. It'll be on the 47-yard line. 5:30 to go on the running clock. 26-6. Greensburg over Laurel Highlands. And here's Patrick out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it to Aaron Putt on the inside. Putt, quick run to pick up a quick 13 yards. And Putt hit that hole great. He's going to take that ball down to the 34-yard line of the Mustangs. First and 10.
34-yard line.
And Putt, between Putt, Patrick, and Briggs. I mean, it's been basically the offense. Every once in a while, a run by Jalen Page, but Page has done more on defense, actually, than I think on offense for Greensburg-Salem.
Patrick 104 on the ground, Briggs 125, and Putt has 74.
And Putt's coming up, sneaking up on 100 himself. So
not bad for a slot.
Not at all. In motion, this is going to be another handoff. This looks like Putt again, and it is. Putt able to pick up a quick 6 yards.
Briggs on the carry.
Yeah, he was tackled by 3. That was Rodney Gallagher on the tackle.
Gallagher and Romesburg.
Gallagher and Romesburg on the tackle. So Greensburg-Salem now 2nd and 4 from their own 26.
The Soup gave a shout out about the kielbasa. I'm going to come back to the Kathy Christopher's halushki. I'll put that up against the kielbasa.
Rick's making new friends here. There's a fumble. Patrick able to get it. Oh, wow. Quickly tackled there by number 65. That's Aaron Huey. Huey able to just come in and just swallow Patrick up. Good thing that Patrick able to recover it because Huey was in there pretty quick. So
he picked it up. He picked it up, and as soon as he stood up, Huey was right there.
Yeah, he greeted him well. So that's a loss of about 5 yards. It's going to move the ball back to the 34.
That should go against the center because that was not Patrick's fault.
No,
that ball was on
not.
The ground right out of the.
Yeah, it was a low shot out of the low snap out of the shotgun there, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
Shown blitz.
Here's Patrick looking left. It's right over the middle, no good. Attempted there to throw to Raqueen Rollins over the middle. And it's going to bring up a 4th down on the 34. So let's see what.
4th down now. And 8.
I'm sorry, that was number 12. That was Ryan Thomas. I'm sorry.
Highlands 30.
I called Rollins, but it was actually.
34-yard line.
I'm sure the freshman was happy to hear his name mentioned, but it was actually Ryan Thomas, the senior. So I apologize for that. But on 4th and 8 from the 34, here's Patrick dropping back the pass, being chased. Nice. He was able to be run down there. Fantastic tackle. Who was it? Number 65. That's Huey again? 65, Aaron Huey.
He's coming
alive.
alive.
That's great. 2 nice plays on this drive by Huey to throw the Greensburg-Salem Lions for a loss, and the Mustangs are going to take over on downs at their own 36-yard line.
It's the first time that Greensburg-Salem has gone for it on 4th down.
You're right.
Over to the Mustangs on down.
Nice defensive stop there, though.
I don't blame him for going for it. It's you're on their side of the field.
Well, you can't blame him for going for it. And the other thing of it is, I mean, you got to figure Laurel Highlands doesn't fumble. You know, they're right in this game.
They showed that they can move the ball in that first series.
Well, and they got to do it again
series.
here. Yeah, they've got to do it again here. There's no doubt.
There's a couple whistles. Well, we're ready.
3:29 to go in the 3rd. Christopher looking right. Throws it over there to Robbie Slater. Slater able to make a move.
Was he down there back at the 38?
I don't think they called him down.
They didn't. He went down.
No, I thought he went down, but you know what? He was able to hold himself up with his hand there and make a move. So nice run by Slate.
He was touched by that
13-yard gain.
49-yard line of Laurel Highlands. That's going to for a Mustang.
He was touched by the Greensburg-Salem cornerback.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I don't think he had his knee down, though. He had his hand down, but yeah.
I'm sure
but here's
Jerry
Slater now on the run. Yeah. Slate's going to be stopped for no gain. Slater on the inside handoff.
Stopped by Trout.
Greensburg defense
and Wallish
snuffed it out pretty good. Trout, pretty nice defensive player for Greensburg X-Ray.
They didn't call Slater's number at all in the first half.
No. Had a couple pass attempts to him, but not really anything on offense. So there's Christopher out of the shotgun. Here's a safety blitz. Putt came in, but now, they're going to call a hold on the other side. Connected pass to Rodney Gallagher.
Pass is complete.
Picked up about 22 yards. But they're going to call a hold or block in the back on the Mustangs, I'm sure.
Jerry
it's right in the spot.
Jerry will have that on replay, too.
Yeah, but that's right on the spot there where that pass was thrown to Gallagher. I think it's going to be a hold. It's got to be. Let's see, here comes a referee's signal.
Well, this is not a fatal play, but it's 2nd and 11 now.
Yeah, it is a hold. So, yeah, so 2nd and 11. Going to make it now 2nd and 21.
It was actually a very good play, good call.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a pretty good block, but I'm only about 150 yards away.
Right. Just couldn't do much there. So now here's Christopher throwing deep to Burchek. Burchek fell trying to draw a defensive penalty on Jalen Page, but
little extracurricular activity going on down the field.
Yeah, but he just looked like he just tripped over his own 2 feet, to be honest with you. Nice try, but pass thrown just a little out of the reach of Burchek. So now 3 trips to the left. This is out to Burchek, too. Is he able to make a move? No. Nice tackle there originally by John Wallish.
Christopher's pass.
Wallish able to stop it, but just a short gain.
By Wallace and McCoy.
Maybe about a 3-yard gain there.
I think that was about 8.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. It's about 8. The ball was originally on the 38-yard line. So
46-yard line.
Yep. So now it's 4th and 13, and the Mustangs have to go for it. Only a minute 50 to go in this third quarter. Here's Christopher, safety blitz, pot up, putting pressure on. There's a throw out. Is that a catch? It is a catch. Robbie Slater, fantastic catch. He had the defender, Akeem White, all over him out there, but nice catch by Slater.
Catch is good enough for
So Slater
it's like about a 17
going to convert a first down on 4th and 13.
That's a big play.
Yes, it was. So now the ball on the 37-yard line of Greensburg-Salem. Here's Christopher looking left. Quick pass, quick outlet pass again to Robbie Slater.
Robbie Slater found that little seam in there. Just sat down, and it was pretty easy pass for Christopher.
Yeah. Easy little pitch and catch right there. So 16-yard gain for the Mustangs and another first down. 2 first downs in 2 plays. There's Tyler Christopher outside to Rodney Gallagher. Can he make a couple moves? Gallagher can. Shakes a tackler. He's going to be run out of bounds there by Jalen Page.
Run out of bounds by Page.
They're going to mark him out on the 15-yard line. So
you know what?
6-yard gain.
What opened that up was that block by Riley Bosley gave Gallagher a chance to get downfield.
Yeah. So now the Mustangs looking for the play call. Still got a lot of time, 18 seconds on the play clock. Here's Christopher going to call his own number. Runs right up the middle. He's going to get there? Yes, he does. That's going to be another first down. 2nd and 4. He's able to move the ball all the way to the Greensburg-Salem 7-yard line. So we're going to give him an 8-yard gain there. It's going to make a first and goal to goal for the Mustangs on the 7-yard line.
You know, and the fact that this is the that I think Burchek is, Christopher is the leading rusher, and he only has 15 yards this game, says something.
Here's Christopher looking right. That's out to Gallagher with a nice move. Rodney Gallagher with his 2nd touchdown of the night. Gallagher with the 7-yard pass from Christopher to Gallagher.
The pass is good to Gallagher for the Laurel.
So the Mustangs come back and score. Stopped Greensburg-Salem on downs, and now coming back, trying to cut this down to a 13-point deficit. So 47.2 seconds to go. There's the kick by Layton, and it's up, and it's good. Layton showing a strong leg there. Able to connect on his, he's now 6 for 9 on the year in extra points. So now with 47.2 seconds to go in this third quarter, the Mustangs trail the Golden Lions of Greensburg-Salem 26-13. And we'll be right back after these messages on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. Jerry giving you a pretty good idea where the halushki's being sold for Rick. Where Rick's making friends, influencing people over there.
Leighton will kick off.
So we, right now we have Leighton getting ready to kick off the Mustangs. If they can get another stop here, Rick, they can make this game pretty interesting.
Well, they've not really, score-wise they haven't been out of it. Christopher now he's picked up 150 yards in the air just in the second half.
And here's Putt at his own 11. Putt looking for blockers. Makes a move. Ooh, almost stripped on the backside. Nice tackle there by Brumfeld. Brumfeld tried to strip Putt, but just couldn't get the ball out of his hand. Had it been a huge turnover right there for the Mustangs.
Behind by Brumfeld.
And actually, the huge turnover, what ended up happening was the Mustangs, when they turned the ball over on their own 7, ended up being trouble. Could have been a big difference in this game.
First down and 10 from the Golden Lion.
Okay, so first and 10 on the 37-yard line. Greensburg-Salem takes over. 36.4 seconds to go. Inside handoff to Jalen Page. Page, quick 9-yard gain.
On the carry.
Tackle being made there by Riley Bosley.
Bosley on the stop.
Bosley with a nice tackle.
Gain of 9 on the play.
Jalen Page now.
A lot of missed tackles on that play. There were several opportunities to bring him down for a 2-yard gain.
Right. This is going to be it. We're just going to let the clock run out. Play clock is at 17. That's going to end the third quarter.
And that's the end of the fourth
So at the end of the third quarter, Greensburg-Salem 26, Laurel Highlands 13. Tony Hanola, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay on the South Union Township Network, and we'll be right back for fourth quarter action after these messages on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
quarter begins. Greensburg-Salem will put the ball in.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. Just the start of the fourth quarter here. Laurel Highlands trailing by 13. Greensburg-Salem 26, Laurel Highlands 13. Here's an inside fake. Patrick's going to keep it to himself. Patrick easily getting the first down on 2nd and 1.
That was a really good call there. That fake to Aaron Putt. Since Putt has close to 100 yards, that was a good call there.
Yes, it was. 8-yard carry there by Patrick. So now another first down by Greensburg-Salem.
At the Laurel Highlands 47-yard line.
The Mustangs trying to get a turnover here, get back into this game. They're not out of it.
If I was Bell Vernon, and I'm no football coach, I'd just keep pounding the rock.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what Greensburg's been doing all night. And this is Briggs. Let's see here. Didn't get a number on that one.
Briggs on the carry.
Yep, it was Briggs. We should know because he tried to run the middle. So Briggs, about a 7-yard gain. We'll make it 6.
Briggs slipped out of a tackle by Ronnie Romsberg. That would have been maybe a yard back, but 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, we've seen Briggs just hit the middle most of the time. He's picked up 6 there. Ball on the 41 now. Patrick again out of the shotgun. Handing it to Briggs again. No, that's Putt. Putt able to get a first down. Moving the chains.
There's a little chatter there.
Yeah, see a little chatter. Got it down to the 36, so that was about a 5-yard gain for Putt.
Carry brought down by Thomas.
Okay, welcome to the WMBS audience listening here. We've just started the fourth quarter. The Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions picking up where they left off pretty much all game. The ball on the 36-yard line of Laurel Highlands now, 1st and 10. Greensburg-Salem up 26-13, leading the Mustangs and putting together another big drive. Here's Patrick out of the shotgun. He fakes it to Putt. He's going to take the ball right up the middle. Couple blocks on his side here. Here goes Patrick. He's going to be run out about the 7-yard line, tackled there by Gallagher and Burchek, but still,
Gallagher.
You've got a 28-yard gain. It's going to bring up 1st and goal on the 8-yard line.
Tony, that gives him 136 on 14 carries.
That's a pretty nice night right there. 136 yards on 14 carries, and as we mentioned, Briggs also over the 100-yard mark, and Aaron Putt sneaking up on it. So here's Patrick with the snap. He's going to hand it to Putt right up the middle. Putt didn't get in, got stopped about the 1-yard line. We're going to give him 7 yards, but he's about the length of the football away from making this
He's one kielbasa away, I think.
Yes, one link away. He's one link away, so Jerry's coming in with a nice shot there. Yeah, about a yard away. Now, are they going to give it to Putt to take it in, or is it going to be Patrick calling his own number?
Well, Putt's in the backfield.
Yeah, but they're blocked up pretty good there. It's going to be Patrick. Patrick called his own number.
For the Greensburg-Salem touchdown.
So Trent Patrick scoring his 5th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. That's going to extend the lead now to 32-13 over the Mustangs. Wyatt Raymer coming in for the extra point attempt to make this, again, a 20-point lead for the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. 9:15 to go here in the fourth.
Slowing down offenses has been one of Laurel Highlands. I mean, that's their biggest problem. They can score a little bit, tough coming back, but they just can't stop the other team from scoring.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we'll see what happens. Here's Raymer again with the extra point attempt. That one's up, and that one's good. So Raymer with the extra point puts the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions up 20, 33-13. 9:15 to go here in the fourth quarter at the Mustangs Field, and we're going to take a break here on the South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on, as we mentioned, WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network. 9:15 to go here in the fourth. Greensburg-Salem just scored on a 1-yard plunge by Trent Patrick that extended the lead to 20, 33-13. And looking ahead, the Mustangs next week will take on a tough West Mifflin team at West Mifflin.
They are tough, too.
They're a tough team, and we're going to see Greensburg-Salem head to – I'm sorry, they're going to be playing at home next week, but they're going to be playing Bell Vernon, who we saw last week. That should be a pretty entertaining game. Bell Vernon and Greensburg-Salem, they're pretty similar, Rick. I mean, a lot of quick passes by the Bell Vernon offense, but we see a lot of misdirection plays here by Greensburg-Salem, so it should be a pretty good game to watch for the fans of both teams. We'll be in West Mifflin next week. Jerry, Rick, and I get ready for the West Mifflin Laurel Highlands game. Might even go to Kennywood afterwards. Who knows?
West Mifflin's 2-0 in the conference. 2-2 overall.
A lot of bounds on the far
They're 2-0. And in the conference score, they've scored 84, and their opponents have scored nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, and that's going to be tough for the Mustangs next week. That kick by Layton goes out of bounds at the 20, but it'll be spotted at the 35. I'm sorry, that was out by Raymer. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So Raymer, no, they're going to move it to the 40?
40-yard line.
Okay, so Laurel Highlands, good field position on the 40-yard line.
Well, next week's game between Greensburg-Salem and Bell Vernon, I think Bell Vernon has a bigger line. I think they may be able to push Greensburg-Salem around a little bit. They have some big guys.
It's going to be an interesting game. And hopefully the Mustangs, as we mentioned, still looking for the first victory for Coach Colasar. But doesn't look like it's going to be tonight. Only 9 minutes to go. Going to have to be a fantastic comeback. Here's Christopher trying to start it. Just overthrows. Looks like two different receivers. Burchek was on the backside. And I want to say Slater was in the middle there, but
he either overthrew Burchek or underthrew Slater.
Yeah, it was one of the two, is right. But he just didn't hit a receiver looking to his left.
No huddle.
Again, no huddle. Here's Christopher again with pressure on. Just throws it up, and Keandre Cook, no. Couldn't hold on to it. Nice defense there by Jalen Page.
And Tyler
Page just stuck his hand in there.
Christopher has to peel himself up off the ground. He threw that off of his back foot, backpedaling, and he got hit pretty good.
He got clobbered is what happened. Yeah, not a whole lot of time to throw. Threw off his back foot, although Cook almost made a fantastic catch. Now trips to his right. There's Christopher trying to set up a screen, just keeps backpedaling. And wow, pretty lucky there. Caven Trout almost came up with the interception. He was all over Keandre Cook. Cook coming back for that screen pass, but Trout all over him. So the Mustangs, 8:55 to go, and now down 20.
He had no time.
4th and 10. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That took so long to develop. I could have, I don't know, could have run to the...
Knit a sweater.
Yeah.
Here's Christopher. Again, 4th and 10. Tries to drop it in. Nice try there. That was Slater. Just couldn't come down with it. Slater with a nice try.
Incomplete. More on the coverage. The Mustangs failed to reach the line of gain.
Okay, we'd like to welcome the WMBS audience now. Uniontown defeated by Freeport. We've got 8:54 to go here. The Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions 33, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 13, and Greensburg-Salem's going to take over on downs on the 40-yard line of the Mustangs. Able to score on the last drive with Trent Patrick plunging in with a 1-yard dive. Here's an inside fake. Patrick again calling his no number. He's going to pick up maybe two. Fake the inside handoff to Nico Williams. Patrick able to pick up 1 yard. We'll make it 1 yard now instead of 2.
Nice tackling at the line of scrimmage there.
That was a nice tackle. McFadden kind of stuck his head in there, and Huey's played a pretty nice game defensively. We've seen with a couple tackles for losses. need one here as well. Running clock, 8:20 to go. There's a fake. There's Briggs right up the middle. Briggs able to gain the first down yardage without a problem. Quick 9 yards for Alex Briggs. Again, he's going to move the sticks for the Greensburg-Salem Lions. First down on the 30.
Stop by Romesburg.
Briggs, what's he looking at now, Rick? Probably about 150 yards?
Enough for Greensburg.
19 carries for 141 yards.
Yeah, 141.
Laurel Highlands,
Except for the one
33-yarder.
It's been 3, 5, 6 kind of yards.
Yeah, he's just picking up chunks. Here's an inside handoff to Jalen Page. Page weaves his way through. Is he going to make it? He's going to be pushed out of bounds. They're going to call him in. Wow. Looked like he knocked over the pylon, so Jalen Page with a 30-yard run, but we do see a flag.
Back at the beginning of the
could be a hold
run.
Looks like it's in the holding area where one of the wide receivers were trying to set a block, and it is a holding call. So that's going to nullify the 30-yard touchdown run by Jalen Page.
Salem will nullify the touchdown.
Move the ball back to the 40 and set up a 1st and 20 now for Greensburg-Salem. 7:43 to go in this fourth quarter. The Mustangs down 20. That's going to be a spot foul, so I'm sorry, it's not going to take it back to the 40. It's going to take it back to the 32.
The penalty is from the spot.
So now it's going to be 1st and 12.
Ball back to the 32-yard line. First down.
It would have been much more advantageous for the Mustangs if it was 1st and 20, but as we mentioned, a spot foul, so it's going to take the ball back to the 32. Here's Patrick looking to hand to Briggs. No, he's going to try to throw it downfield. That's Ryan Thomas again looking for the catch, but good defense there by Brumfeld.
Ryan Thomas.
Brumfeld, fantastic coverage there on Thomas.
Patrick did a nice job of looking off the to the receiver in the flat, on the right flat, and then turned his attention to the downfield receiver. Nice throw.
Second down.
Great defense.
And as we mentioned, Thomas scored the first touchdown on an 8-yard touchdown pass by Trent Patrick. That was way back with 8:46 to go in the first quarter. Here's Patrick again out of the shotgun. 2nd and 12. Briggs getting the inside handoff. Going to pick up a couple. Wow, just keeps those legs moving.
Briggs on the carry.
He's going to be tackled there by number 23, Ronnie Romesburg, but not before he picks up we'll give him about 4 yards.
So here's some numbers for you.
Down in 9.
Quarterback Patrick, 143 yards.
29-yard line.
The running back Briggs is now at 145 yards. So almost 300 yards between the two of them on the ground.
Right. You can throw in putt in there too. They've done their rushing offense has been fantastic here tonight. In motion is going to be Page. We're going to see a double reverse. Here's Putt. And he's got wide open space. One man to beat. That's Brumfeld who kicks him out of bounds.
Putt on the carry.
Nice job by Brumfeld.
Run out of bounds by Brumfield.
They're going to knock that out at about the 8-yard line. So we're going to have a 21-yard gain there for Putt. And that's going to put him close to 100 yards as well, Rick.
21 on the play.
So Greensburg-Salem closing in on 3 rushers with over 100 yards here in this game tonight. And as we mentioned, Putt probably seeing more plays tonight than he's seen all year long. He only had 12 carries for 23 yards coming into this contest.
Yeah, he has 11 carries for 113 yards.
Yeah, he's got 11 carries, 113, so he's the 3rd rusher to go over 100 yards here tonight for Greensburg-Salem. And there's Putt again. Nope, they're going to fake it. There's Patrick calling his own number.
Patrick on the carry.
He's going to get that ball down to about the 3-yard line. We'll give him a 4-yard gain. Makes it 2nd and goal from the 3. Patrick looking to score his
on a play by Conley.
2nd touchdown of the night. He scored on an 11-yard run back in the first quarter and a 1-yard plunge in the 3rd quarter. Check that in the 4th quarter. Here's Patrick. Will he call his own number again? 6 minutes to go. And fumbles the ball, able to fall down on it.
Fumble on the play.
Lucky it wasn't
Patrick.
a turnover there. Saw some heat from Ryan Bosley. Riley Bosley.
Play ball now spotted at the Laurel
So a
Highlands
loss of 5 going to move the ball back to the 8. Again, we're under 6 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Greensburg-Salem up 33-13. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Here's Patrick. In the shotgun, Briggs in the backfield. Fake to Briggs. He's going to throw it to his left, and he hits a wide open Ryan Thomas.
Complete to Ryan Thomas.
So Thomas,
touchdown.
with his second 8-yard touchdown pass of the night from Patrick. So with 5:25 to go, Greensburg-Salem extends the lead now to 39-13. And Raymer coming in with the extra point attempt.
That's his second touchdown pass of the night.
Yes, his second touchdown pass. And both of them to Thomas. And the kick by Raymer is up and good.
Raymer's kick is good.
So now with 5:25 to go, the Greensburg-Salem 40, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 13. We'll be right back after these messages on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on both stations. We'll be right back.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back to the listeners on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. Here's a kick by Raymer. It's going to be to one of the upbacks. Is that? That's number 22. That's going to be Max Rockwell. I'm sorry, no. 23. That's Ronnie Romesberg. Romesberg with the squib kick, able to return it. Going to mark the ball at the 34-yard line of the Mustangs.
34-yard line. That's where Laurel.
5:25 to go here. The Mustangs trailing 40-13.
Both teams still playing their starters.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you got to get them ready. I mean, you're midway through the season. The Mustangs still looking to work on their offense a little bit. It's different than what they've had the last few years under Coach Just and Coach Just. So now a little bit different, and I don't blame Coach Colazar for playing his starters and getting everybody out there and getting some action. It's a pretty nice little flare pass out to the left.
On the far side.
It looked like it was to Robbie Slater. Can't really tell yet. Maybe Burchek. Numbers getting harder to see. Either that or I'm getting older, one of the two.
Slater.
And it was to Slater. Okay, so 6-yard pickup. Now here's one on this side to Rodney Gallagher. Gallagher shaking and baking. He's going to be caught there. Nice tackle by number 56. That's Tyrone Williams. But Williams with a nice tackle. Rodney Gallagher adding to his stats. As we said, sparked the Mustangs early with an 85-yard touchdown return. So the Mustangs now with a first down on the Greensburg-Salem 43. There's Christopher out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to number 20. That's Bosley. Bosley going to pick up about 4 yards.
The carry stopped by a host of Greensburg-Salem Lions.
So Riley Bosley
near the line of scrimmage.
Able to pick up 4 yards. 4:40 to go here in this fourth quarter.
Gain of 3 on the play.
And the Mustangs looking just for a little spark. As we mentioned, they're headed to West Mifflin next weekend, next Friday night. There's Christopher. He's got a man open. Can he get it there? Nice great effort there by Burchek. Looks like he's coming up a little hurt. Tried to make a fantastic move. Pretty good coverage there.
I think he was open. I think he had the defender beat. And Christopher double clutched on that, and that gave the defender a chance to look at the ball, and Burchek wasn't able. It was behind him.
Yeah. If he'd have let him a little bit, it would have been a touchdown. Here's an inside handoff now. Robbie Slater. Slater
on the play.
Probably about a 3-yard gain here.
Nice to see him back in the offense. He was out last week, but he didn't play much of a role in the first half.
No, using him a lot more here in the second half. So 4th down and 3 for the Mustangs. Gallagher moving. They're going to get an offside call. I think it's going to be an automatic first down for the Mustangs. And nice inflection there, I think, by Christopher. I don't think the Mustangs moved.
It seems like the play calling, Tony, has gone to kind of more of a West Coast kind of an offense. Some quick passes outside, some shorter passes. Although he has launched the ball a couple of times, but it's a lot more short passes, crossing patterns.
Yeah, we're waiting to see what's going on here. Yeah, they didn't start the clock, so now we have a correction. 3:56 on the clock.
You know, if I make a mistake, just the people on the South Union Township video or WMBS hear it. The whole crowd here sees it here. And you make a mistake on the clock.
Well, here we go. Here's Gallagher, an inside handoff. And that was interesting. Nice move.
Wow.
Gallagher. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Gallagher on the play.
What happened? There was an offside call.
All the way down.
They stopped the clock. So, okay, so that.
18
Okay.
That's good enough for Laurel Highlands.
So the Mustangs.
18-yard run there by Gallagher.
18-yard run by Gallagher and 3:33 to go. The ball on the 18. There's Christopher throwing to the corner of the end zone. He's got his man wide open. That's Rodney Gallagher with an 18-yard touchdown pass from Christopher, Tyler Christopher now.
For the Laurel
with
Highlands touchdown.
Nice touchdown pass there. Gallagher able to beat his man, shake the defender. Nice job. That's going to be the 4th touchdown pass of the year from Gallagher to one of his receivers. From Christopher to one of his receivers. It's going to bring in Layton for the extra point attempt. Trying to close this again to a 20-point gap, and he does. Through the pipes, Layton.
His kick is good.
Nice kick. So with 3:28 to go, it's Greensburg-Salem 40, Laurel Highlands 20, and we'll be right back after these messages on the South Union Township Sports Network, WMBS, and the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Okay, welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network and our listeners on WMBS. Got 3:28 to go. And here's the kick. Layton trying for the onside. The Mustangs might have got it. And they ruled Greensburg-Salem. Looks like Connor Moore might have come down with it. I'm sorry, no, that was number 10. That was Logan Smith. So Smith able to recover it on the 38. The Mustangs had a pretty good chance to get that. Layton with a fantastic kick. Actually dribbled it pretty much over the front line of the receiving team for Greensburg-Salem, but unable to fall on the ball. So with 3:22 to go, Greensburg-Salem will take over on their own 38, 1st and 10.
Here's a positive number, Tony. Tyler Christopher, 25 passes for 255 yards tonight. That's a positive.
And a couple touchdowns. Saw him throw one to Gallagher and another one to Gallagher here in this 4th quarter. And here's some new blood. This is number 17. This is going to be John Wallish taking the carry for Greensburg. He's going to pick up a quick 10 yards, and they're going to move the chain. No, they're going to call him just short, so we're going to have to give him 9 there. So Wallish with his first carry of the night moves the ball up to the 47-yard line.
Greensburg-Salem, 47 yards.
He's going to make it 2nd and 1.
Speaking of Christopher, I want to shout out to Tyler Christopher's grandmother who listens to the show in Ohio. Anybody listening to the radio, message on Facebook, WMBS, maybe we'll get a raise, Tony.
Here's the inside handoff again. Who's this? Is this Wallish again? Wow, he's coming out of the pack. That's a great run. Wallish down to the 33-yard line. He's going to pick up a quick 26 yards.
Wallish on the carry.
No, it's always good to know that people are listening on the air. So message WMBS and let Brian know. It's pretty cool. We're reaching out on the World Wide Web.
World Wide Web. I'm sure there's a lot of people listening to us in Guam as well. I'd like to say hi to all our friends out there. 2:40 to go in this game. Wallish again in the backfield. And he's going to get his 3rd carry of the night. Wallish right up the middle. Fantastic gain. Tackled there by Brumfeld, but not before he moves the sticks again. He's going to make that down to 30. That's a 12-yard gain for him. So Wallish all of a sudden coming in and giving some offensive spark.
41 yards on 3 carries.
Yeah, the 5'6", 170-pound sophomore able to come in and do some damage for Greensburg-Salem. So now, even 2 minutes to go in this contest.
I don't show that Wallish has any carries before tonight.
He's just got his 4th now. Picks up about 4 yards there.
Wallish on the carry, stopped by a host of Mustangs.
It's all Wallish running out the clock.
Yeah, Wallish is running out the clock, but he's picking up some good yardage. Doing a nice job for the Greensburg-Salem Lions.
Did they have him parked in the garage?
I'm not sure where he was, but I'll tell you what.
2nd down and 6.
He's broken off some really nice runs. This drive started at, the 38-yard line, so he's accounted for all the offense. So now we're going to see Ryan Thomas go out. Flanked outside now is Connor Moore with Aaron Putt on the right. Here's Wallish again, just weaving his way in. He's able to get in. Wow. Wallish. That was a fantastic drive by him. He was a one-man wrecking crew. Great job by Wallish to score, and we're going to think that's his first touchdown of the year. So the sophomore able to plunge it in. Take the lead back up to 26.
7 carries, 61 yards.
7 carries for 61 yards. Great job there by Wallish. And a touchdown.
Yeah,
so here comes Raymer in for the extra point. Up. And he made that one as well. Raymer, a little trouble early on, but now he's knocked through the last 4 extra points.
He makes those exciting.
Yes, it does. So now 47-20. We've got 1 minute and 6 seconds to go, so we'll take one last break here, I'm sure, on the South Union Township Sports Network and on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS 590 AM, 101.1 FM. We'll be back right after these messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mustangs will return.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Welcome back. South Union Township Sports Network.
October.
1 minute 6 to go here. The Mustangs going to get the kickoff.
Senior night.
Raymer going to kick again.
Country and the ROTC.
Nice drive there by
7 o'clock. Be here.
John Wallish, the 5'6", 170-pound sophomore, able to take every carry on that drive. 6 carries for 71 yards and a touchdown.
They may want to take him out for a drive more often.
Yeah, no kidding. Here's a nice return here. This is Burchek. Burchek able to return that ball up to about the 49-yard line.
The problem is, where's he going to get carries? Is he going to take him away from Patrick or Briggs or Putt?
No, he's going to wait his turn because he's only a sophomore. So he's going to wait his turn and see what's up. Welcome back to the WMBS audience as well.
Will put it on play first.
We're here now, 57.7 seconds to go. The Mustangs on a nice return by Burchek, taking the ball up to the 46-yard line of Greensburg-Salem. So the Mustangs trying to do something positive here in the last 57.7 seconds. Greensburg-Salem up 47-20. Tyler Christopher still in quarterback. Christopher going to drop back, look to his right, hit a man right in the back. Actually, I thought that was Brumfeld. Just kind of didn't turn around for the ball.
Anyway, that plus it was a little behind him. So
yeah. Not sure it wasn't even tipped by one of the defenders, but an incomplete pass, so 52.9 seconds to go. The Mustangs 2nd and 10 on their own 46. Christopher out of the gun. He's going to get it outside to Keandre Cook, but just overthrows him. Cook kind of heard footsteps there. Number 32 was Jerome Wallish. Came in on defense and kind of heard footsteps there. Christopher just didn't complete that pass. Cook tried, but couldn't bring it in.
Jerome Wallish, a 9th grader.
Yes.
Getting a little playing time now.
Him and his brother. Nice fourth quarter. Here's Christopher again. Looks, pump fakes. He's got a man wide open, Rodney Gallagher. Gallagher with the catch on the 20. Shaking and baking, able to get in. Oh, he's going to be tackled at the 1. Wow.
The clock temporarily
45-yard pass from Christopher to Gallagher, looking to connect for the 3rd time in the end zone, but no such luck. So now clock stops to be reset for the downs. Here it is on running clock. We're down to 30 seconds. Here's Christopher. He's going to take it himself. Yes, and he plunges in. Tyler Christopher with the 1-yard run after the 45-yard completion to Rodney Gallagher. And the Mustangs back on the board. Now 47-26, 28.6 seconds to go. We're going to have Layton come in and try the extra point. The Mustangs' biggest offense they've seen so far this year, Rick.
By far. Tyler Christopher, 290 yards in the air. Doesn't have a lot on the ground, which is unusual. It's kind of a flip around for the Mustangs.
Yeah, but he throwing some pretty nice passes here tonight. And here's the kick by Layton. It's up, and it's good. Straight down the pipes into the band. So 28.6 seconds to go now. 47-27. And we're just going to stay here for the last 28.6 seconds of the game. Laurel Highlands will be kicking off to Greensburg-Salem. The Mustangs putting up 27 points. As we mentioned, the most they've thrown up so far this year. They had lost to Washington 48-21, University Prep 42-7, Montour 42-6, and they had lost to Bell Vernon 63-13 last week. So 27 points, an offensive high for the Mustangs. And as we said, headed to West Mifflin next week. Greensburg-Salem will be host to Bell Vernon in a big conference game.
See any positives here on the for the Mustangs in the second half?
I did. I think I saw the Mustangs, if you watch this game, they were actually able to get some penetration in the second half. Even starting in the second quarter, they put a little bit of heat. They were able to stop some of the runs up the middle. I think, you have to take a few positives because they stopped them on 4th down a few times. But offensively, we didn't have much of a running game tonight, but Christopher's had a pretty good night. Here's Layton just going to kind of kick it in the seam here. Back to receive. That's Raquan Rollins, and Rollins going to make a move. He's got a couple men to beat. Can he outrun him? No, he can't. Layton's going to knock him out, but fantastic run by Raquan Rollins, the 5'8", 135-pound freshman. Fantastic return.
They're
going to spot this ball at the 24-yard line.
Laurel Highlands
15.6 seconds to go.
First down and 10.
Greensburg-Salem. We're still going to see Patrick, but I think what we're going to see is just a kneel down here, I'm sure. Coach Dave Kiefer in his 7th year with Greensburg-Salem, trying to get him back to the playoffs. They made the playoffs last year, but lost to eventual champion South Fayette. And we're in the kneel position, and that's going to do it.
Patrick on the carry.
So this clock's going to run out. And the final score is going to be Greensburg-Salem 47, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 27. And we'll be back to recap this game on the South Union Township Sports Network and on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS right after these messages.
Mustangs will return home in 2 weeks to host Ringgold.
Welcome back to the South Union Township Sports Network and to WMBS Radio, our listeners there, as we have some simulcast coverage. We're at the Mustang Field where the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions, beat the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 47-27. And Rick Frank is going to have your summary of totals here for the night. Quite an offensive display by both teams, really, Rick. Laurel Highlands in the second half, but Greensburg-Salem pretty consistently throughout. So just take it away when you're ready.
Well, the numbers are, looks like we're over 1,000 yards between the two teams.
Wow.
The Mustangs, total of 379 yards, 290 on the ground in the air. Tyler Christopher, 290. And on the ground, 89 yards for a total of 379. That's the exact mirror image of the way that the Mustang offense usually works. For the Golden Lions, they had 632 yards total offense.
Wow.
96 in the air and 537 yards on the ground, including 142 from the quarterback, Patrick, 145 from Briggs, 113 from Aaron Putt, and 61 yards on 5 carries from the sophomore, number 17, Wallish.
Yeah.
So 632 to 379. 379 is the highest offensive output for the Mustangs this year. Of course, 632 is the highest output for a defender this year against the Mustangs. But the second half looked a lot better than the first half, I thought.
I would agree. I think the Mustangs showed some promise, especially offensively and even defensively throughout the game. Granted, they gave up 632 yards, but you know what? They actually made a couple nice plays on defense to stop a couple drives and to have the ball turned over, so we'll give them a little credit. Like I said, they're going to be going, as we mentioned, into West Mifflin next week for a big conference game. And as we said, still looking for the first win for Coach Colazar. Greensburg-Salem, on the other hand, going to be hosting Bell Vernon in a huge conference match. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But from the Mustang Field here tonight, our final score, the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions 47, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 27. And we'll say goodnight to everybody on the WMBS side and on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. And we'll be back just to recap things on the South Union Sports Network right after these messages. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV with Gary Smith and their staff. I'm Tony Anola with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay, and this has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. Good night, everybody.